Happy New
New
Year,
Year,
you
dog.
shoe dog animals. Hey, we're back. We're back. We took how much of a break? A week? A week and a bit?
Yeah, it was a week, a legit week.
Legit week. We needed that, didn't we, bro?
Yeah, it was over the Christmas break, man. I had a whole bunch of whatever going on. So
I'm recovering from illness, obviously. So, like, basically, it was needed. I think it was very definitely needed. We're back. We're back with episode 49 of the Shoe Dog podcast. And I went through a couple of the old episodes the other day, and I didn't realize we started on the 7th of January, bro. Last year, 2022. That's
yeah,
crazy. We almost gonna hit a year on the Shoe Dog podcast, even though our episode's like 52 weeks. But obviously, we took a couple of breaks here and there. But we're back with another interesting episode, and because we missed about a couple of weeks. I think there's a lot of subjects we need to cover, bro. A lot of
yeah.
subjects.
Excuse me. I don't think we need to cover every single thing that happened over this past couple of weeks, but there's a lot of stuff that we are going to cover today that happened since
Yeah,
we've been away. And some
yeah,
of it
yeah,
is
yeah.
not so nice. Some of it is very nice.
Yes. But before we cover the subjects, bro, I see something in the background. I see something in the background. No,
Oh,
on
my
the
pop.
shoulder, bro.
Yeah, I got some new pops.
No,
Got
no.
I got a black out. Yeah, I got Black Adam.
bro, bro, you know what I'm talking about.
Black Adam, yeah. I got two
I
Black
mean,
Adam.
did you watch the Black Adam movie?
Yeah, I love it, bro. I
I
love it.
need to watch it. I know, but bro, before we cut into everything else, remember, guys, to go like, follow, subscribe, come and chat to us. Let's have a conversation. Basically, go follow 808 Kicks ATL on his Instagram, his YouTube, his the TikTok, which is the Shooter Podcast. Go follow myself, Love Kick Customs, guys. Come and show some love. Come through. This show is only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. We have loads of plans. We have loads of subjects. We have loads of interesting things that we are going to start introducing to this podcast as well. And also on top of that, well, I won't mention it this episode. We need to kind of get it all in order. But there's going to be something of a flip subject that we're going to do. It's going to involve a lot of stuff that we experience ourselves, but we're going to switch around to a positive, and we're going to bring it to this podcast because it's going to be absolutely awesome. Because, like, guys, we want 2023. Let's all grow. Let's all be awesome, and let's all be great, and let's all get to our destination, guys. Because that's what the whole premises behind this is to make everybody awesome and everybody realize how awesome they are and keep pushing for just that progressiveness. That's what it
For
is.
sure. For sure. Y'all gotta forgive me. I ain't it's like 10:30 right now. I ain't go to sleep till 5 o'clock in the morning. It is New Year's Day, even though y'all gonna be seeing this on the 3rd. It is New
Yeah,
Year's
yeah,
Day. You kind of got off easy because your New Year's was 5 hours ahead of mine.
yeah. It is 5 hours.
So you had a little bit of extra I ain't, bro.
I dragged you out of bed. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, you did. Literally. I was still in the bed when you called me, and I'm like, "Oh shit, it's 9:30." What the hell, bro?
Oh
But nah,
crap!
shout out to Retro Rick. I pulled up on his New Year's party, and shout out to my sister Q Lasha, and her whole crew too. They support the pod and my channels and stuff too. So we went in, man. We went in, and that's why I'm drinking BioLite right now.
Recovery mode engaged.
But for the new year, I did accomplish, thanks to you and Cam. Shout out to Cam. I accomplished something that I started last year, which
Yeah.
was my shattered backboard custom.
Not just a Shatter Batball custom, the Shatter Batball custom, bro. Let's put it that
So
way.
this is, it used to be electro orange, as you can see from the tongue. I got the idea from you because you turned a bunch of electro orange Jordan 1 highs into shattered backboards, but mine got a little twist on it. As you can see, this side and this side looks like shattered backboard 3.0,
Yep.
but
And I love sheesh, bro. Damn, son.
and these are the medial sides.
Sheesh,
We
bro,
got a
you
white
killed
toe
it.
over here.
Oh, so you did the top 3 shattered backboard. You did the top 3 shattered backboard, yeah? Yeah, dope. Bro, I would hide them and make sure Nike don't seek them because they will be the custom for 20. They will be the sneaker for 2023 or 2024 if they realize that people have done that.
Well, I'm the first to do it. So if anybody else has did this before me, I ain't
No, I
seen
haven't
it.
seen.
They ain't posted
I,
it. It's not on YouTube. This is the first, and this is I'm calling the Jordan 1 High OG Shattered Backboard NRG top 3 straight to the toe custom.
Bro, that's a dope variation. If you love top 3s, that is definitely one for you. If you love the if you love the gold total NRG top 3s, that is a custom for you. That's dope. That is very dope. And I will not be surprised in the next if Nike catch on to that, they will probably end up making mass production of that. I think that's the next evolution for the Shat Backboards, if I'm honest.
Well, we just got the women's shattered backboard. So and that was dope with the orange with the brown.
Yeah.
I do like that shoe. However, I didn't want to go all the way traditional when I thought of it. I really wanted to do a 3.0. So my original idea was to have the whole shoe
3.0.
look like this.
Yeah.
With the orange
Which
spot.
which a lot of people wanted in instead of that pattern, instead of that patent leather, they wanted that to be all leather.
Well, the patent leather to me, I didn't like the patent leather either.
Yeah.
The crinkle, I didn't really mind too much because it went well with the shattered backboard story. You know, him wearing Jordan 1s, the black and orange jersey, breaking the backboard in the summer league. I understood the crinkle part, but the glossy part I didn't like. But the worst part about it to me was that monotone manila outsole midsole. So that's why I wanted to turn my electro orange into a shattered backboard 3.0. But midway through the custom, I decided to go the NRG route and do one side white, other side black. And I flipped it on the other shoe, gave it the white toe on the left shoe. So yeah, man. I just finished these yesterday. I just put the matte finish on them yesterday. They still got a little bit of a let's just call it a little bit of a funk, a little bit of a funk from that matte finish. I'm smelling them right now as I'm holding them in my hand. So when I finish the pod, I'm gonna take them back outside and let it cure some more and let that smell go away 100%. But yeah, man. And I do have bro, so much work went into these, man. When you sent me the Wings logo, once again, shout out to you because you sent me these vinyl Wings logos, and I put those on not yesterday, day before, and once I put them on, I knew I was as close to being finished as I possibly could be. So I just went over them with fine tooth comb, did a bunch of touch ups, a bunch of cleaning, getting stains off the midsoles and all that before I put the matte finish on them. I love these, man. I really love these. I'm gonna can't wait to see people reaction to them because if you know, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
If you don't, that's fine. You're just gonna look at them and maybe you'll think they weird, maybe you'll think they dope. But people that
Tell me,
know shattered backboards gonna wonder like, what the hell are those?
yeah. Tell me. By the way, guys, if you're listening to this, please do come and check the YouTube podcast out to see the quality on these pairs. But one thing, bro, tell me one thing. Did you record?
Mm. So I started the process about a month ago, and I did start recording, but I didn't record the end of the process. And I did get a bigger I got a 500 something gigabyte memory card for my camera now
Yeah, yeah.
that I didn't have before. I wish I had that big memory card before uh, I started the custom, but I didn't finish it. I will do a YouTube video on them,
Please
but
do,
I'm
bro.
not sure if I'm going to use the foot. I'm gonna try to blend in some of the
Try,
footage while I'm
I
talking
would, I
about the
would.
shoe.
I would definitely. That is an awesome custom, and a lot of people will need to see how magnificent that custom is. Because if you guys don't know, Q was hitting me and Cam up constantly, asking us questions, and this is legitimately your proper first custom that you've
Yeah,
executed to finish.
yeah.
Even though you did the denim sixes I think still need some work, but this is the first one that you've actually executed to from start to finish. Bro, tell everybody how hard it is to do a custom.
No, it's very difficult. Taping is very difficult, and I got a bad quality of tape, so my tape wasn't sticking as well as I needed it to. So I had to do a bunch of touch ups when I untaped, which was fine. Um, as you can see, I got these toothpicks. One of them
Oh,
got
bro,
white, the other one got black, the
lifesavers,
other one got orange.
lifesavers. Two
Yeah,
picks are lifesavers. They can mimic paintbrushes quite well.
yeah. So taping all the painting I had to do, repainting after making mistakes, like touching parts of the shoe with a brush of a different color. Uh yeah, man, it's not easy at all, bro. That's I understand now why customizers charge so much to do what you would think are simple customs,
Yeah, yep, yep.
but it's not simple, bro. It's very, very time consuming. Um, you got to have all your equipment. Of course, you got to have your paints. And I didn't mix no paint, so we talking about just painting straight out the bottle.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if you want unique colors or perfect color matches, you got to mix paints and all
Did
that.
you so you put no buttercup in that then?
No buttercup.
No buttercup.
Straight I use straight tangerine orange. I started to go
Okay.
with if my camera will focus. I started to go with just basic orange,
Yeah,
but I
yeah,
saw
yeah, yeah.
this tangerine and I thought it was a better match for what I was going for.
Yeah, because Shatter Backboard, Shatter Backboard's too dark. Shatter Backboard is way too dark for be the Backboard colorway. Tangerine. So I mixed Buttercup and Shatter Backboard to get my colorway. I think Tangerine is quite close to it. Orange is too orangey.
Yeah,
But from the looks of it, bro, that Shatter Backboard looks spot on. Like I'm talking like that looks spot on to the Shatter Backboard colorway that we go. So guys, if you want, there's a bit of a hint for you for customizers out there that want the Shatter Backboard colorway. Don't go with the Shatter Backboard variation from Angelus. It's too dark. It's too already. You need to kind of dilute that. Go with Tangerine. Either you can do a combination mix of Tangerine, Buttercup, and Shatter Backboard to get the colorway close as possible, but it's going to be really hard. And then all the Shadow Battle colorways are different. Like I'm talking, every single
yeah,
colorway is different, and every single colorway is especially from the one to the two to the three, and even the colorway for the women's exclusive starfish is different. It's different.
yeah,
And the thing is, that's the same with the Chicago, the bread, the reverse breads, the black toes, the everything, even the bread toes. They all the red colorways are different, very, very
Yeah,
different. Even the Lost and Founds that we came out this year, the Lost and Founds more vastly red. If you mess around with colorways and if you mess around with palettes, you know what colorway looks like, and that's more vastly red than the actual Chicago colorway. And it kind of replicates the box. And over the years, over generations of over decades, you find that the colorways kind of don't replicate to the originals in 85 or 86 or 87, wherever it is. But it kind of like tells you that it's really hard to manufacture a color from back in the day. This is why they kind of do what they do. See what I'm saying?
yeah. Your camera
Yeah, I
glitched,
see it.
man.
I see. Give me 2 minutes.
A few moments later.
Yes, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. Unfortunately, something happened with my camera, so I had to come back. But yeah. So we're talking about, yeah, it's really hard to get the colorways that we really want in terms of just basically what the actual replication from back in the day was. I think it's really hard for Jordan Brand to replicate like the cuts, and even the cuts for like the Jordans that they used to have back in the day, and the actual colorways. So we're seeing a lot more of those colorways come back through in terms of like the threes and even the Jordan 2 Chicago is more of a OG than the other previous retros as well.
Yeah. Even with the 85, it's different. It's a little different. I think the 85 is still a little taller than the Lost and Found.
20. Yeah. True, true,
But
true.
every and no pair still is exactly the same. It'd
Yeah,
be little
exactly.
flaws here and there with most pairs. And if you put two pairs side by side, you'll see small differences in the cuts, in the paints, even especially when they're hand painted. So sometimes we get brush strokes and whatnot. So um it's long story short, it's not easy to customize.
No, 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 no. It's not. Definitely not. It's a unique art that you need to kind of work out from. But it's good though, because basically it means you can personalize the sneakers you really want, and it's nice because now, right this moment in time, you have got a pair of shutter backboards that nobody else has got. So when you come out and wear them, and you can flex on people, and that's even it's not really a flex, but it's more like a flex in terms of like I've got this, and you haven't really got that. You see what I'm saying? Like it's more like, look what I did.
Yeah, it's not so much a look what I got, is look what I did.
I did exactly. Look what I did, and the thing is, this is what sneakers, customizing sneakers is about. Is about doing something that's not been done before, or reinventing an idea in your brain and executing it. And if you can execute it, bro, like you've done with that shoutback board NRG, like NRG like I can't even say what was it again. The NRG shoutback board.
In NRG 3.5 straight to the top.
3.5, it's straight to the top. Exactly that. It's awesome. It's awesome. But like, the thing is, it's amazing that you've kind of produced your first custom. Are you looking to do more customs like in the future?
Eventually, I do have one in mind. I got the shoe in hand, but I would need some black dye or some too soft. I'm
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
I'm probably gonna go with the dye. We already talked to you about it, but I'm not gonna say what it is right now. I wanna, and I think it's been done before, and it's actually a shoe that does exist, but it's a friends and family, kind of like you did with the K54 5s, making
Yeah,
your
yeah,
own
yeah, yeah, yeah.
friends and family pair.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
like doing stuff like that. Doing stuff like that is awesome. Doing stuff like that is like, bringing your. If you can't get it, like my philosophy always is, if you can't do it, if you can't get it, make it. And like, even though it's a little bit of a cheat, because like if I didn't have the Chicago's until recently, and if I just started done a custom on it, because basically on the bloodlines, and I wanted it
mhm.
because basically I was like, okay, cool, I want a Chicago. I want a Chicago. I'm not gonna pay 600-700 pounds when it was for a Chicago. I'll wait for it to re-retro, and it did re-retro in 2022. But I, because I really wanted it, I was like, oh, cool, let me just make a custom of it. And then it's the process of making a custom, getting the dye, getting the colors right, getting exactly spot on to what you want it to, and then going in and kind of get, like, basically doing the custom yourself. Did the bread sew, did the Chicago's, still got them, still wear them, and people still look like, people like, wow, that's crazy, because
Yeah.
it's really hard to see the piping around the Chicago's or the breads when you actually get it on feet. But it's a appreciation. It's not, I don't think it's cheating. It's an appreciation of having a colorway that you really really idolize and you want. It's same like how many people reached out to me for the chat backboard 1.0 colorway when I actually did it, and I did it for E, and then I had like 3 or 4 orders, and like, please can you do this for me, and then all right, okay, I'll do it for you. But it's this appreciation, rather than paying what a chat backboard 1.0 is at the moment is 1,500. Rather than paying
Right.
than that, you can actually grab a model which is similar, which is the electro orange, and basically change it into something you want. You're still gonna wear it, you're still gonna rock it, you're still gonna love it. And when people tell you, "Oh, is that the Shat Batball 1.0?" just say, "No, I've done the custom, the electric orange." And you know what? I had it with the Chicago's versions I did, because when I went to size, somebody asked me, "Oh, you got Chicago's?" And no, 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 these are customs. I customized these to the 1.0s, and a lot of people like. A lot of people like not 1.0, it's a Chicago colorway. A lot of people are like, wow, do you did a custom on that? Yeah, I did. And then you have a more of appreciation, because it's more for the love of the colorway and the history of the sneaker than it is than for you to kind of customize it and make and say it's, oh yeah, it's a Chicago. I could easily go say, no, this is a Chicago, but it's not really.
Yeah, it's definitely a conversation that I am looking forward to having. And I've shown the few people that knew what I was doing, my close people that were close to me. Of course, I posted the paints, I posted the Wings logos the other day when they came in the mail, so people knew I was doing something
Yeah.
with white, black, and orange, but they didn't know exactly. So I'm gonna probably post them probably today, later on today. I'll go ahead and post them and work on the video and whatnot. So and I got a long week ahead of me right now. Now I got a studio session tomorrow. I'm going when we finish the pod today. I'm going out with my wife. So, but I'm gonna find time to make sure I put all that out there, man. Because
Yeah,
people
yeah,
people have been supportive and anxious to see what I was doing. So if y'all not watching it right now, the pictures will be out there.
Yep. And it's all about support and love and growing excellence. And this is one of the things that when I reflect back on sneakers themselves, and the reason, like, when I reflect back on everything I've done in terms of Instagram, in terms of YouTube, in terms of this podcast, it's about love and support. It's always about love and support. It's about the growth and development, and seeing somebody do something really awesome, and celebrating that with somebody. So you see, like, when any of us do anything awesome and put our mind to it, and it's more like, yo, bro, you did it, well done. This is absolute, let's celebrate that. Let's celebrate
Yeah,
those little achievements and little points and little success moments, because if you can't celebrate with your bros, who can you celebrate with? See what I'm saying?
yeah. Speaking
And
speaking of celebration and love, over the Christmas holiday, my sister, my sister, would do this to me. But I had to accept the love.
Yo, is that some pair of clogs? Yeah,
Yep.
she got you a pair of clogs. Yeah,
Yeah.
have you been
She try,
wearing them, bro?
she trying to convert me. So her
Y'all should be baptized with the clogs. Y'all should be baptized with those clogs.
her and my niece already wear Crocs. So for Christmas, she got my mom a pair, she got my wife a pair, and she got me a pair. And
What's that?
she
What's that song,
knew
bro?
what?
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but you gave me a pair of clogs. You threw it away.
Nah, look. And she knew because she seen on the podcast, she seen the Croc slander that I throw on the podcast. So
Naughty, naughty.
everybody thought it was so hilarious, bro. Well, I'm talking about everybody. Her, my niece and my wife, they thought it was so hilarious.
I'm
And
gonna
I
say
initially
at least it
rejected
was
them.
at least it wasn't a pair of Addy foam cues,
Oh man, please. Those
bro.
would have got swapped out for some System 23. But she did me right though, because she clearly she hooked me up with all the giblets or whatever you call them.
for
So
all the Jordan giblets.
yeah, you see, I got Goku and Vegeta on there too. I got Kobe
Oh, bro, you
giblet
know
too.
what? Let's just put it. Your sister did you right. Let's just say that your sister did you right with that one, because like that, I don't care about the clogs. I love the fact that she put all of those pins for the Jordans on there.
Well,
That's dope.
she didn't. I put them on because
Okay.
she got me 3 packs, and I got some more downstairs too. I got maybe like 5 or 6 more that obviously won't be able to fit on at the same time. And she talking about swapping them out. Like, nah, I ain't doing no swapping. All these
Bro.
J's gonna stay on there.
You know I could print you a vinyl swoosh that you can stick on the side of the clock.
No. I won't be. I don't see where it would go actually, but that is a good idea. Maybe we'll come back around to that later. But
shout
yeah,
out to your sister, bro. Shout out to your sister. She's a proper shoe dog out here, bro.
yeah. So now I'm officially a part of Croc Nation, as she like to call it. So
I'm gonna be calling you Justin Bieber Q.
no, don't do that.
Oh, okay.
There's zero ring to that. Let's not do that.
Okay, cool. Like I wanna one of my guilty confessions today. This is a bit of a guilty confession. You know, you were talking about Jordan 2s the other day, and you saying I need have I got a Jordan 32, but I haven't got a Jordan 2 on the last podcast. And then and Scott was telling me, yo, you gotta get yourself a Jordan 2. They're comfortable. You're comfortable. So over the process of a week, since Christmas to New Year's, I was ill. I was on my phone. I was scrolling. I was seeing loads of Jordan 2s, especially the Chicago 2. And I was going in for E anyway because I copped for him on Friday night off Offspring, and then all of a sudden, I had the urge to purchase one myself, bro. And I have swiftly got a size 10. I told you, bro. I was like, if you don't manage to copy your size, I'll send this to you anyway. But I'm getting my size. And you go, I'm getting your size. And you go, no, bro, it's your size too. I said, yeah, no. So I have a Jordan 2 Chicago coming. And I have no regrets in buying it.
Are you gonna wear it though?
I think I will. I think I will.
So this is the thing about 2s, and I understand. I understood your logic on not wanting to get into 2s because you went down the rabbit hole on trainers last year.
Oh, bro, there will be a YouTube video coming out in the next month or so about all the trainers I ended up getting in 2022. It was ridiculous, bro. There's about 15 or 16 pairs of Air Trainer ones.
Joe, did you see the black and gray ones?
Oh yeah, they haven't come out yet here. But the black
Bruh,
and grey ones are dope. I'm
them
gonna
hard.
put it up. I'm gonna put it up on screen because that's there's 3 pairs of missed out of the Air Trainers. One of them's the Tokyo 23, which hasn't come out yet here. I don't know when it's gonna come out, but that's
I ain't
really.
seen those either.
Hold on, let me just put these up. But yeah, I missed out 3 at the moment. One, I'm actually glad I didn't pick up retail because it's actually I can actually get it for £100 rather than 130, which is great.
Yeah, the Don't I Know Yous are on sale right now in the US.
Yeah,
And
a lot of a lot of sneakers are, and a lot of Air Trainers are on sale at this moment in time.
The
But
the shimmer, the green enamel green, they're all on sale.
yeah, but all the A20s go on sale. I kind of knew that when I actually first went into it anyway. But like for me personally, this is the Tokyo 23. It's more of a premium. Though I know you kind of vibe. I want this. I really want this. Bro, this is dope. As you can see, it's got the
Yeah,
Tokyo assignment at the bottom at the back of it. It is such a great colorway. You talking about the black and white. This hasn't really come out here yet. Black and grey, which I'm looking forward to as well. This
yeah, them hard, bro.
this
Those are
this is this.
so hard. And I saw somebody that smoke gray SP. I saw somebody customize it and paint that yellowish midsole black, and it
Yep.
looks so much better to me like that.
But yeah, these are really dope. I'm actually is this a UK? I might need to go back on this and get this. This is UK, like, bro. This is dope. This is very dope.
Yeah,
And
here right now look like.
yeah, I'll go back and get that. Don't worry. It's actually on a UK website at this moment in time, so I might go back and get it. But there's another one which is the Familiar. This one is actually I will be picking this up. And I will be picking this up for way under retail, way under retail. This is a dope
Yeah,
pair of
I
sneakers.
saw those in hand at Nike. No, the NBA store in New York. No, it was the Nike store in New York. And I
These are hard.
I was so close to getting them, but I didn't. Those are very,
These
very, very dope in hand, bro.
Yeah, and all three of those will be my rotation in 2023. But I'm gonna definitely say this: I got hooked on the Air Trainer 1.5. Shout out to Mr. Miller for introducing me into that spectrum. Anyway, I think Cam reached out to me the other day and he was like, "You just bought yourself a Chicago 2. Hopefully you don't jump down the rabbit hole of the Jordan 2s this year." I was like, "Nope, that's not happening."
Well, the thing about twos, I was gonna say, recently we've seen a lot of twos and a lot of dope twos. A lot of them have been lows as well. I know you don't do lows, so you won't have to worry about those colorways. But I think maybe after this year, the twos will probably die down again. I don't think they'll go Jordan 1 crazy like we saw in past years where we getting all these different colorways of Jordan 1s all the time, because I don't think people, for some reason, as much as people hate on twos, this Chicago 2 release was very difficult in the US.
Yeah,
I had to do a
there's
little
still
bit of scrambling. My wife hit for my size. I hit also for one of the bros, well, two of the bros I hit for, one of which I had to end up getting from over there because they were sitting over there in the UK.
yep, they're still
Um,
sitting. They're still sitting here.
but some of the big sizes started to go because I think people caught on to the fact that we can now order from a couple of different stores. I shopped on size and got a size 13, and Foot Patrol also is back to doing US shipping, which surprised me because I saw the notifications and I thought to myself, I ain't gonna be able to get them because they're not gonna ship them over here. But I went in anyway and tried, and it actually went through.
So up to size UK 9 is still available on the sneakers app here, which is great. But the reason why this pair the reason why this pair appealed to me way more, I'm going to tell you why. That piping around around the eyelets into the toe isn't there, and it
Yeah,
kind of gives a more sleeker look. And this is why I thought, you know what, this could be a dope pair, and this is a dope pair for not casual occasions. This is a dope pair for formal occasions, and I think this will be a banging sneaker to wear into like a party or something like that. I think this is such a dope release. And it's an
yeah,
OG, bro. You can't go wrong with an OG as well. So I'm justifying why I bought it, but I'm happy I bought it. Like, and on reflection, I'm really happy that I actually did buy it. Because
yeah.
it kind of is, it's an OG.
Yeah, they really got as close as possible much like they did on the Cardinal 7s, which I
Yeah.
finally got my pair in.
Oh, bro, Cardinal 7s. How is that Cardinal 7 not making people's top 10?
It's making mine.
It's definitely
It's on
making mine.
mine. It's got a firm spot in mine. The twos do also, and some more obvious pairs. I probably will have a couple. I saw a top 5 yesterday. I can't remember the guy's name on IG. He had the Chicago ones at number 1, but his 5 through 2 were probably not on most people's top 10 and top 5 lists, and that made me smile because not everybody has the same taste, and not everybody is going with the hype train when it comes to doing the top 5, top 10 lists
Yeah,
for
I think
2022.
I think my top 10 is going to be really difficult for me to kind of judge because I always say OG over everything, and I think I'm going to keep it correct with OG over everything for my top 5. But like I'm talking about OGs like Jordan. I'm talking about Lost and Founds. I'm talking about Fire Threes. I'm talking about Cardinal 7s. I'm talking about
Yeah,
playoff 12s. I'm talking about I even talk about even Jordan 2. If once I get it in hand, I need to kind of see how it is. Even a Jordan 2 will be up there in the top 5. But then that's already mixed up. Then I'm looking at Air Trainer ones like the Chlorophylls and the Midnight Navies. They're OGs. They need to be on there. And then I'm outside of that pair. I've got the Rebellionaire, which I think is in
definitely in my
up
top
there.
10.
For me, but personally, that's up there. It has to be up there in my top 10 because basically, number one, I didn't get it. Number two, that was a fucking awesome assist. Sorry by language, but that was a crazy assist from you, bro. So that needs to be up there. Then I'm looking at Rui 8s. Then I'm looking at Khaled 5s. I'm like, how am I gonna put my top 10? It's gonna be really difficult for me to kind of
Yeah.
sit there. I need to do an extended top 20, bro, because there's too much. Last year, 2021 was easy for me to kind of do a top 10.
Yeah, it was much easier. Yeah.
2021. I mean, 2022 is hard, bro. Like there's so much. Yo, even the Jordan 13, what do you call
So
it?
far.
Soulflies. That sneaker's ridiculous.
No, just do 10, bro. Just do 10. Yeah, I know it's gonna be tough. I got my 1, 2, and 3 pretty solid, but 4 through 10 they keep jumping over each other and falling back. That like they fighting for position. So at the end of the day, I feel like even though I'm gonna put them in order, the order won't mean much.
No.
These just gonna be my 10 favorite pickups, just in general.
My two favorite pairs from last year were assists from other people, you and Dell. My Rebellionaire is one like when I look at it, when I look at the quality of sneakers, when I look at some of the Air Trainer quality, the shimmer quality is fantastic.
Mhm.
The what do you call it? The Don't I Know You quality is phenomenal, and the fact that it's based on the two sports that Bo Jackson played in is crazy. And then when you ever look at the other pairs of sneakers, and you're like, you got the Khaled 5s. You got I didn't even get the MMA. Look, it would have been even more difficult if I had an MMA year 4 on that list, bro.
Yeah,
See what I'm saying?
that's where the top of my list is so easy because of Chicago's the 4s. Like I ain't got no choice but to have them right at the top. So that's what makes it
bro.
so easy for me.
Yeah. But by the way, shout to the bro Egot Souls. He was in Dubai over the weekend, and over the New Year weekend, he got back to East Africa before today, which is when time of recording is New Year's Day. He went out and he didn't like the Khaled 5s.
You got
Guess what he picked? He got them. He got the Crimson Bliss pair of Khaled 5s because he could not believe the quality on those Khaled 5s. Guys, if you got pairs of Khaled 5s, well done to you. If you're sleeping on those Khaled 5s, bad and shame on you guys, because I guarantee in the summertime, when you see them on people's feet, you'll be like, why did I not cop? And by that time, the price is going up. And by that time, you're like, I was a right ass. I'm talking donkey ass for not getting them. And I'm being honest with you guys. Forget the name, forget Khaled, forget who it's made from. Go and see the quality in hand, and you realize how fantastic that sneaker is, how unique that sneaker is, how awesome that sneaker is, because that to me is a slept-on sneaker this year. One of the biggest slept-on sneakers this year, including the taxi ones. I think there was a lot of pairs. A lot of people ended up getting pairs that they wanted. A lot of people slept. Even the Mason Chateau Rogue 2, that was another sneaker that was slept on, bro. Like, there's so many heaters out there at this moment in time that are going on sale. If you can get yourself a sale pair, like I'm talking a pair that's gone on sale, go and get it. If you love it, like it's good that we've seen pairs go on sale. 100% good. But yeah, Khaled Fires, amazing sneaker, bro. Amazing sneaker.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Let's go ahead and get into the quick strikes. We almost 40 minutes in. First up on quick strikes, Nike ain't done yet.
McDowell, bro. I'm gonna say Nike need to give a pass on this, bro. This is what do you call it? Not Trading Places. This is Coming to America vibes. You could just leave it. Let's let it happen. Just let it happen.
It's not. I don't see any relation to the movie.
Yeah,
but clearly another knockoff. We know about Kai. We know about Lil Nar and everybody else that caught lawsuits last year from Nike, on me and all that. McDowell's cease and desist, and they decided they're about to discount everything they got left and get them out of there because they don't want to play with Nike. So yeah, they getting them out of there. B grades and all, they getting them out of there.
it would have been better if that swoosh was fries and a Big Mac.
No.
Yo, bro, that's the original. I'm gonna say Coming to America McDowell's. That's the original ripoff, bro. That I don't know a ripoff before McDowell's. Do you? And the way they played on it on the movie was so funny. McDonald's and McDowell's. McDonald's do a Big Mac. McDowell's do the McDowell burger.
Yeah, the Big Mick.
Oh, the Big Mick. That's the one, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I love that movie. That's a Christmas movie, bro. Coming to America, Trading Places,
Yeah.
and Coming to America are Christmas movies. Like, it's Christmas when you have a couple of movies come on: Home Alone, Die Hard, and Trading Places, or Coming to America. Those movies, Christmas is here. And
Die Hard
if you have
definitely a Christmas movie.
100%. One of the best Christmas movies out there, Die Hard. Like, it's got adventure, got the thrill, everything about that movie is so good. It's so good. Heist on a tower, so good movie. Like, you even Die Hard 2 is classic. Even Die Hard 2 is a classic, bro. And you pick up Die Hard 3 with Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah, that's another good movie. It's another good movie. I think that franchise is great. Up to Die Hard 3. Die Hard 4 wasn't that great, to be honest.
Yeah, it'll be all right. So
Next quick strike, bro.
Have you seen this?
You're about to show me this.
This dude, this speaks to exactly why I hate resale shops.
Yeah.
So if you're looking, you can see these 4 pairs of Lost and Founds and a Nike box, which is a pair of Dunks.
Okay.
Look at this, bro.
Lost and Founds and
Brick.
And a brick. What the hell are these? Pure platinums?
Brick.
And a pure platinum dog for the Phantoms.
Good Lord.
Let me unravel.
Slow.
Yeah, these Phantoms. Can you add on top? Can you add like 100? Can you add 100? 5 for 1, 100? 5 for 1. 5 for 1.
They just came out.
Who doesn't want to do it? I want to do it.
Bro, I gotta stop this video, dog. I
Yo,
really hate this guy, this reseller, and whoever that is hyping him up in the background, bro. This is horrible, man. Like,
hold on. Is a guy? Is a
pairs of
guy? In,
lost.
hold on.
The
Is a guy in a is a guy in a yellow jacket? The person behind the counter,
yeah,
and the guy standing there when they pan onto him. He's the reseller, yeah.
no,
He
he's
got
the customer.
he's the customer, so he's going in to trade it for the Phantom Lost and Founds, yeah.
He's trading 4 lost and founds and a pure platinum dunk for 1 pair of Travis Scott Phantoms.
Yo, when he walked into that shop, because he don't know what he's talking about, he basically they basically told him, bend over and let me slap you on the ass, because he absolutely
Bro.
got taken for, bro. Like, how can you swap? No, bro, 2 lost and founds and
Yeah.
that dunk is what you need to give for that Phantom. And that, yo, bro, I'm gonna say this right this moment in time. I don't care if if people don't like this. Those lost and founds, I mean, not lost and found. Those Travis Scott Black Phantoms are a pair of Primslows on your feet. They are grade school sneakers that they've been issued and been hyped up. They are not worth the materials they're made on.
They ain't worth the money that people charging for them.
No,
I mean, it really pisses me off, bro. It pisses me
How
off so bad. And look, the guy, look at this. Just look at his face right here. Like he gonna say 100 plus 100? What? 100 what? 100 slaps across your stupid face? Like, come on, right? What?
okay, cool.
The devaluing that goes on in these resale shops, and this happened to me several times. I had pairs that I was gonna get rid of, and I just wanted retail back, brand new in the box, some with receipts, unworn. I mean, you could do the Fat Joe lick the bottom of these shoes, bro. Like I ain't even do an on foot on them on reviews, and I'm talking about Jordan 1s, brand new, and I walk in the shop and the dude telling me he give me $100 a piece. No, you won't. I'm gonna put my shoes back in my car. That's
I'm
what's
gonna say
happen.
one thing. Exactly. I'm gonna say one thing with this whole trade. Let me just give you the figures, right? The lost and founds are in let's just say I'll give you the figures in pounds, dollars, sterling, not dollars, pounds sterling, right? The lost and founds are valuation is 350 to 400 each pair, right? At this moment in time, right? So let's just take 350. 350 and 350 is 700, right? 700 to 2 pairs of lost and founds, right? The Black Phantoms are going for 600. 2 pairs are worth more than 1 Black Phantom. So how are you doing that trade? How are you doing that? If you got any intelligence up there, how are you doing a trade on a resale shop, right? And you're going to take in 4 of your lost and founds and 1 dunk, right? Or what was it? What 1 dunk, yeah? And you're basically they're telling you to put another £100 on. I would be throwing fists, bro. That's not a trade.
He didn't put the 100 over. However,
that's not a trade, bro. That is
fair, dog.
It's not fair. That you're losing. You need to get 2 Black Phantoms for that.
Now, see what I understand the business of resale is about making a profit, right? And just business in general. Anybody that's selling a product, you buy it for 1 and you sell it for 2.
Yep.
Because you have to pay for all the others, stocking and shipping and all that type of stuff, right? That's just business. Nobody is in business not to make money.
Yeah.
However, the devaluation of a lot of these resellers, bro, you can walk in a shop with a shoe that they have already in stock, and they will lowball you as much as they can in order to increase their profit. They will buy a shoe from you for $100. It's worth $200, but they're gonna sell it for $300. You get what I'm saying?
Yep. Because they wouldn't look. The thing is, I advise my bit of advice for anybody is when you go into these resale shops. Like, I'm going to tell you my little story for these resale shops. When StockX, when the Black Toes when the Black Toe Satin came out. I want to get for my missus. I end kind of screwed me over a bit because basically I won it and then they rejected my bank details, even though my bank said it was apparently the bank said it was a full transaction. They were kind of keeping me aware, and all of a sudden they got rejected because they couldn't take the funds out. So and the funds were there, bro. The funds were there. Unfortunately, my bank's being very sensitive at that point in time, and they were like, "Oh, we see some suspicious transactions going at 12 o'clock in the night." So we're going to stop that we're just going to stop that transaction. So unfortunately, that situation happened. I could have got a retail pair of black toe satins for my missus, but that didn't happen, and I was really annoyed. Went next couple of days. Went a week later. Went to a resale shop in Kensington. Mind you, that sneaker was sitting for about let's just say 500 pounds, right, on the resale market. I went in. They quoted me 900 pounds for the Jordan 1 black toe satin. 900 pounds, and I even said I could get it from this place for 500. I'm willing to pay 500 because the missus wants it. They literally said no. Let me call back the person that's consigned this. 700. I'm like, but I can get this for 500. Oh, you don't know if it's fake or legit. I said, I don't know if I'm buying from you and it's fake or legit.
Right.
What the hell are you talking about? And then he goes, "Oh, give me 1 minute." I walked out the shop. I'm not gonna sit here and let somebody take the piss out of me like that. That is you telling me as a sneakerhead telling me a bunch of lies.
That's what they do, bro. That's what they do. They hype up and they lowball. That's their game, to hype any and everything up. And to the contrary of what I'm saying, to this guy that's selling or trading these shoes for this Travis, as soon as he goes to pull out that dunk, you can hear the guy that's holding the camera go, "Brick." What do you mean? It's a pure platinum dunk. That's not a brick, bro.
No, exactly.
Like, that shoe is probably over 200 and it retailed for 100. Like, what are you
Yep.
talking about?
They wanted to play him for a fool because do you know
It worked.
we're gonna talk about bullying and harassment like later on this podcast, but that to me is bullying and harassment because basically one guy goes in to trade these pairs, right? It basically probably went in to actually give his sneakers in to get some monetary value out of them, and they basically bullied and harassed him to go doing that trade. That's what I think.
That's a sad situation, bro. And that
Very sad.
really pissed me off, bro.
And like
Anyway,
guys, like one piece of advice for anybody that's listening to this is if you go into a resale shop, know that they will undercut you, know that they will play their games, know the value of the sneaker that you're going for, and know the value of the sneaker that you're going to trade for. Do not let somebody at that moment, because a lot of people get suckered into the moment in time and said, "Yo, I got it, I want it, I want it." Patience is the key. Make sure you know the value of your sneaker. Make sure you know the value of what you're buying and the value of what you're selling if you're actually doing a trade, and make sure you don't get got. Let's just say that.
yeah, because they're gonna raise the price soon as you leave. They're gonna double, triple the price anyway.
Yeah,
I just hate
exactly.
that. Next up, Adidas did something right this time, bro.
Oh, so you're basically saying this that did something right?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why it took them so long to do this.
Oh, what have they done? What have they done right today, bro? In this new year, maybe this is a new chapter. 2023 is a new chapter for Adidas moving forward.
I mean, hopefully, because they've been doing pretty bad lately. But Adi Foam Superstar, they should have been did this, dog. I don't know why.
Oh, bro, those look hard, bro.
Yeah, I don't know why they just not doing this. Like, it's one of y'all's number one sellers is the Superstar, the shell toe, and they've been doing foams for a while, and they just now doing foam shell toes. I don't
Yo, bro,
understand why.
that actually looks dope. I'm no word of a lie. I will still not wear that outside. This is a home comfort sneaker.
Yeah,
Obviously it's supposed to be for you leisurely inside and stuff like that. You can go to the shops with that, I reckon. But that's a dope concept. That they did something right. They've actually used that Adilite kind of foaming system. See where the
Yeah,
back of the sneaker is. It looks like it's kind of graded through, like almost like a Minecraft look to it. But
yeah,
they've done something. That's dope. That's actually really dope. Shout out to Adidas for doing that.
yeah, man. I was surprised when I saw it, but I was pleasantly surprised. And of course, I'm not going to go for a pair, but I really like this for them. I'm glad they did this, and hopefully this will bring something, some type of relevance back to them. Because, and I don't know how much people gonna go for these. I mean, I see in the comments, people talking crazy, but that's just internet comments. There's gonna always be some crazy talk. But if I was into Adidas, I would definitely be going in for a pair of these.
But you know why, bro? Look what's happening at this moment in time. Like they left with a big hole at this moment in time. They need to switch it up because apparently from the looks of it, they've still got over 500 million stock left from Yeezy days, and they're stuck with a lot of a hole in their pocket at this moment in time. So Adidas is stuck with Yeezy sneakers worth over 500 million after parting ways with Kanye West, reports say. And these sneakers have got Yeezy branding on them, so they can't sell these sneakers unless they rebrand every single one of those sneakers to Adidas only.
Which is
So,
going to
and it
be
might
pretty
be
difficult.
yeah, but probably will be difficult, but it's not undoable. But it's going to add to the value of the sneaker eventually, because all of a sudden you have to remove all that insole, you have to remove all that Yeezy branding on it, and you kind of bring it back to the market and we kind of issue it. I kind of see why they're kind of moving. Maybe they'll phase out the Yeezy brand eventually by bringing in new brands like they've done with Superstar or other features, other models. I want to see more. I'm gonna be really biased. I want to see more unique Adidas models, like the ZX versions come out a bit with a bit more creativeness, a bit more style. I want to see Sean Weatherspoon do a bit more on those traditional models, convert them to the vegan range, and kind of bring them in. I want to see more. I really, really want to see more from Adidas. Not just the collaborations. I want to see in-house evolution. I want to see some more basketball range from Adidas. That they kind of increase that range with Jerry Lorenzo, because he was supposed to be that person to kind of broaden into that basketball range. Maybe they will do it in 2023. Maybe Adidas left all the eggs in one basket, which was Kanye, and that basket dropped and the eggs burst, and now you're looking at more models, more of a unique stance from Adidas, where they want to kind of not leave everything in one basket anymore and kind of distribute their loads all over the place in terms of
Yeah.
other manufacturers, even in house. I'm glad they actually did that. I'm actually really glad they did that foam superstar.
Yeah, I like it, bro. I mean, you know how I feel about Adidas. I think everybody at this point that watches us knows I'm not an Adidas guy, but I gotta open my window. This the finish on these J's starting to get to me.
You're getting high.
But nah, bro. Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised about that for them. So
Yep. It's good. It's good to see. I don't like. Even though we have so much negativity towards Adidas on this podcast, I don't like to see a brand falter and fall flat on its face, because I like competition. And you know what a lot of people. I always, for me personally, I always love the fact that there's competition out there, even with our spectrum, even with what we do, there's competition out there, because it means we sharpen our tools with competition. See what I'm saying? So with Adidas and Nike, if Nike, let me just say this: if Nike had no competition, we will not be getting the collaborations, the sneakers that we are today. And that to me goes hand in hand with the business model that we see with every brand. Like, let's just say Adidas fell off tomorrow and Nike had no other competition, no New Balance, and no Puma, no nothing like that, right? And or not even Reebok. Nike will just sit there and say, oh, okay, cool. I know. I don't be twiddling their fingers like this. Okay, cool. We got this game sorted. All we need to do is release a couple of models here and there, or the system when we're taking over.
yeah.
It's good to see that some pushing people to pushing people to excel is the way to go. I know this, being a content creator. You know this being a content creator. We know this with Nike, because if Nike stood there with no competition, they'll go stale. and Nike recognized that. So from my perspective, it's good to see other brands compete. It's good to see, even though Adidas is not doing well, New Balance are on their neck. New Balance are like, all right, cool, don't worry, guys, we're here. We're here. We got Joy Fresh Goods. We got all the ranges. We got every single all the sneakers talking about us, and that's what it is. That's what it is, bro. Competition breeds excellence, and that's what I love.
And also, we know they coming back with a bunch of the Yeezy silhouettes. 500 being one of them. So we knew 350s were gonna come back. They got the patent for the 350 supply on the side of the shoe.
Yep.
Supposedly, allegedly, they have the rights to put the 350 on the shoe.
Yeah. I did the research for that. I thought Supply 350 belonged to Kanye West. It doesn't. I think it still means St. Pablo loves you. But I from what I'm looking at is Adidas have got the copyright to the free Supply 350. So that's always going to be there. So we will definitely see 350 models come out with Supply 350. No Yeezy branding, but that's a bit of a blow if that 350 Supply 350 belonged to Kanye and he can't copyright it.
Yeah, and so 500 is coming back too. So everybody that were into the shoes because of the way they look or the way they feel, y'all gonna still be able to get y'all feel on these Yeezy silhouettes.
500s are really comfortable, really comfortable. It's a good model. Bro, it water on the bridge. Kanye West has broken up brand, and basically he's walked away. I think Adidas are going to do what Adidas do best and kind of just keep pushing out models. Whether they will sell, that's another matter. Whether they will stay or stay in the community, or whether they will get oversaturated, that's another matter. But like, I still feel that if they own the trademark, if they own the intellectual property, they should just do what they want. To be honest, that's basically the being an end all. We can talk about this. We can talk about this for ages, but it is what it is, bro.
Yeah, you got some quick strikes. That's all I have for quick strikes.
Quick strike wise, we have we just talked about custom. We talked about the reselling Adidas from Adidas 500. Okay, next up on this quick strike is some rumors that we're seeing this year, and some of the interesting rumors that we're seeing this year is one on that spectrum. If I can find it. Okay, cool. I wanna get before we talk about this. I want to talk about your thoughts on this sneaker, bro. It's Fat Joe actually showcased this sneaker. This is the Rubik's Cube Jordan 1.
Yeah, I don't like those.
Your opinions are the same as mine. I think they look. I think they look like clown shoes. I'm gonna say
childish, real grade schoolish.
Yo, bro, I said, and I was having a conversation with Scott. He's in Scott doesn't like these, but he said it's a one of not one of one. It's a sample. It's he's got it. I said, bro, even if he's got it, it doesn't mean it's the best. Like, it doesn't mean it's great. You could pull out a sneaker that would be absolutely awesome, and a lot of people love it, and I'm like, yeah, I respect that. But you could pull out a sneaker that is absolutely horrendous, and a lot of people love it. And I'm scratching my head. I'm like, are you loving this because it's a sample that it's not been released? Or are you loving this because of the colorway? I don't like this at all, bro. This is very childish.
People like these sort of things because of the exclusivity and the rarity. I'm not even sure if Joe himself even likes these, but we know at this point, he's just on a tear trying to get every unique rare sneaker that he can get his hands on.
Because it's all about flex. It's all about the flex. Yeah. And you know Fat Joe and me are trying to do that, but I think I had a conversation with obviously Scott again, and my thoughts on this was they're trying to do a battle show, and they're trying to bring it to the mainstream audience. So sneaker battles, I believe that's what the whole agenda of this at the moment is now. They're trying to open up the avenue for sneaker battles on like some program like MTV and stuff like that. I think they're trying to maneuver that at this moment in time. And this is from when you saw somebody call out Fat Joe or somebody call out Fat Joe and Mia, they came out with this stance. I believe in 2023 we'll be seeing a sneaker battle show, maybe full time, midsummer, full time next year. But they are maneuvering that show. Trust me. I'm saying this. There's always a reason behind everything.
Yeah, these are ugly to me. I don't care for them at all.
Yeah. And by the way, next quick strike. These aren't ugly, bro. apparently
No.
in 2024, we're gonna see the Royals come back for the reimagination. And from what I'm hearing at this moment in time, it's not gonna be aged out. It's not going to be aged out or pattern or patent leather. It's gonna be something different. So I look forward to seeing what the samples look like for this. Cam reckons it might be suede. I'm still down for a suede pair. Royals definitely looks like it's going to be a sneaker for 2024. What do you feel about these, bro?
I'm gonna hold my thoughts until we start seeing some pictures. It's way too early for me to even begin to be excited about this because I got so much stuff I'm excited about for this year. I don't even want to have to think about this, bro.
I can't find images for actually. I might be lying because apparently there is a rumor that I can't find a link to this. Apparently, there's a rumor that in 2023 we might get the black toe.
Yeah, I saw that. And it's supposedly reimagined also with crackle leather and sail midsole and all that. But it worked for the lost and found, so it'll probably work for the black toe too.
I was kind of thinking the other day, they need to do the black. The black toe hasn't come out for a long while. They need to do the black toe again. And I was thinking that, when was I thinking that? October, November time. I was like thinking the black toe is not. I haven't seen the black toe variation for ages. We've been hinted the Chicago colorway for quite a while over the last year or 2-3 years. Different variations coming out. Different. Nobody's actually paid any shine onto that black toe colorway. So I was thinking, why? That needs to come out. And then miraculously, out of the blue, we're hearing that black toe colorway might be coming out this 2023, which is this year. So fingers crossed, guys, that if that comes out, that's going to be absolutely phenomenal. But a lot of people are debunking that story because there's no color, there's no code system, there's no code on the system at the moment. There's no colorway like that at the moment. So a lot of people thinking that's just rumors. So will it come out? Will it? I think a lot of media have basically grown attention to that and actually started reposting that it will come out, but it's still a rumor. It's still unknown, and if it does come out, it will still be coming out in full time. But this full time is going to be crazy, bro. Legend Blue, apparently Gamma 11s, and then we've got the the Black Toe Jordan 1. It's going to be crazy. If that's gonna happen, it's gonna be worse than this year. Like last year, that's happened.
Yeah, if they drop it, it's gonna be the big one for the end of the year, like the Chicago's were for this year.
Yeah, but bro, like think of it this way: the Legend Blue is an OG, yeah. That everybody will want that because when the Legend Blue low came out, everybody wanted the highs. A lot of people reach out to me trying to source the highs. I said to them, don't worry, it's coming out. It's going to come out in either I think it's going to come out in 2023. 2024, we will see the Space Jams or the Gammas. It looks like the Gammas are coming out in 2023 rather than 2024. I think maybe the Space Jams might be coming out in 2024. And then we'll see a refresh of the rotation for the Jordan 11s. But full time next year is going to be crazy, bro. If you give them everybody the Black Toe, the Legend Blues, and the Gammas, yo, forget everything else. Everybody forget. It's gonna be crazy, bro.
There's gonna be a lot of saving up for the end of the year.
That's it. That's a hint for you guys. Save up for March and save up for full time. But that's one variation that we hopefully will see in 2024. If we do get the Black Toe, it's gonna be absolutely phenomenal. But next up on the hit list, on the quick strike, What do you think of these guys? What do you think of these?
Shoe surgeon for me misses more often than he hits. To be honest with
You
you,
reckon? You reckon?
for just for my taste, I don't like this. I don't like this idea. I understand it, but I really don't like it. Um, I mean, it's a cool concept, but I want lobster dunks. I don't want lobster fours.
But I do. I think they're dope. I think they're dope.
You can think whatever you want to think, bro. I can't stop. I say for me. That's why I wanted to make sure I'm saying for me
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah, yeah.
a lot of stuff that I see from him, it just I get it. The materials that he uses are high quality, and the build on the shoes are as close to factory as you can get because he does all the stitching and he's got the everything that Nike has. He has the last and he does the the outsoles and everything the way they should be done, the gluing, the stitching, again the materials. But I just he it's a I feel like he reaches sometimes and it just don't work for me. I'm not hating on these. If you like them and you got the bankroll for it, because I'm pretty sure these are probably going to be $3,000-$4,000.
Yep, yep, yep.
But
It's going to be expensive because of the materials and the labor behind it. But I think
all his
it's
stuff is expensive like that though.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's you pay for the quality, but I think they're dope. I think they're a dope concept. Being a concept. I think if you can afford it, then it's fine. It's one of those sneakers that if you pull out on an occasion, a lot of people will be looking at it. I think I prefer the lobster dunk than this, but I think it's a
Yeah,
dope concept.
that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, I would rather have the dunk. I
Yep.
don't like these. I, I ain't got too much more to add to that, bro. I just don't like them.
Okay, then we'll move.
Maybe they'll grow on me over time, but I'm not going to look and see them that often either. So
Yeah, 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 true, true. Next, quickly moving on. Basically, this situation happened over the holiday period. It looked like as Kyrie was taking a free throw, they ended up putting something on the message board to alter like Happy Hanukkah and to kind of troll Kyrie. But it's your bro. Funning, it's the games. It's the games. At the moment.
yeah, but I don't think there's too much people can do on the basketball court that's gonna get in Kyrie Irving's head
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
we know how he 10 toes down on his ideas. So doing that is more fun and games than it is actually bothering him.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. It's interesting. Like, it's interesting how political it gets. Political spectrum gets in terms of you'd like to see sporting brands, especially the NBA and the NFL and even football. What I detest in sporting events is it's supposed to be neutral, and like yeah, you have a lot of all of this happening behind the scenes and in the public in terms of different kind of things bet like people when players take the knee in sports and stuff like that, and you can understand why, but that's also introducing the political realm and allowing people to do stuff like this. Sports is supposed to be sports and entertainment. You're not supposed to bring anything political into that spectrum.
Well, I can't agree with you on that because these athletes are people also,
Yeah, yeah,
and they get themselves in trouble, like Kyrie did by posting certain stuff and making certain statements. I can't compare anything that Kyrie has done to something like taking a knee, which we know is a product of the Colin Kaepernick situation in the NFL.
yeah, yeah,
But in the NBA in particular, this ain't nothing new, bro. Like
yeah,
people, these the people that work for these teams, they have social media. They pay attention just like we do, and especially when opposing players do and say things or have controversy, the arena staff take full advantage of it as well as the fans. I see it all the time, bro. All the time. The
let me
people
just read the comments.
they'll play music, they'll play sound effects. The crowd gets into it. They have signs and paint and everything, bro. They do this all the time in the NBA.
The top two comments is I think this is OD for an organization to do towards a player, and somebody says Chuck not Norris basically says hope Kyrie drops 50 on him, bro. All I'm saying is Kyrie's getting a lot of support. Kyrie's getting a lot of support.
Yeah. Yeah, and listen, I've said this before. I'm not a big fan of Kyrie, but I'm not. I don't hate him, and I ain't got nothing against him. I'm just not a fan of him as a player. You get what I mean? He's a great player. Ain't nothing outside of basketball gonna stop him. Ain't too much in basketball gonna be able to stop him when he get in his bag, bro. You can't do nothing, and he can drop 50 on you at any point, bro. Doing stuff like that does have big potential to piss him off.
I like this comment. It's perfectly fine to taunt him disrespectfully, but it's a problem for him to voice his opinion respectfully. I'm losing hope. A lot of people are supporting Kyrie, bro. A lot of people, and that's a very valid point. It's a very valid point. Very valid. So it's okay to disrespect somebody, but not for that person not to have an opinion. That's a very valid point. Life is not fair, guys.
No, it's not. And like I said, bro, these arenas they play these type of games with everybody, dog. You get in trouble for something or something funny happened to you, they gonna get on you, dog. They gonna get on, and it's all in sportsmanship as far as they concerned. Some arenas have been stopped from playing certain songs by the league. But fans get kicked out for saying certain stuff. They get banned from arenas and whatnot. So this type of stuff is not going to stop, but it's not exclusive to Kyrie Irving.
Oh, bro, like I'm just reading these comments. Like another valid comment. This shows signs of ignorance because of people's belief. I thought this country was a home of the free, but I guess not, bro. I'm just saying, Kyrie just opened Pandora's box. I'm just saying that. Let's just leave it at that and move on swiftly because,
that ain't nothing new. Colin Kaepernick. Anyway, we can move on, bro.
Move on, bro.
You about to get me in a whole nother way.
No worries. I'm not intentionally here to
Colin Kaepernick lost his career for making a political stance.
Yep.
In public, and a lot of other players had his back. A lot of people in this country had his back, and what he did was valid. There was nothing wrong with what he did. People who served in the military had his back and explained how he wasn't disrespecting the flag. He had,
what was really funny
on social issues that the establishment didn't agree with, and he was blackballed.
The interesting fact with Colin Kaepernick was the fact that he was made a martyr in the public by the establishment because of they regard it as a negative stance. But unfortunately, what they didn't realize was they kind of vilified him for his beliefs, and they kind of it was bad. It was a bad situation, and it kind of showed a bias. It really did show the bias in the NFL. Bro, he lost his whole career because of that.
That's why I stopped watching the NFL, and to this day, I refuse to support the NFL because of what happened to Colin Kaepernick.
And you know what?
I don't care how other people feel about it. You can watch all the football you want to. You can buy the jerseys, hats, socks, whatever. Listen, I'm from Atlanta, bro. I rep all the Atlanta teams. You see me wearing Braves hats. You see me wearing Hawks hats. I got Falcons merch. I won't wear it.
Yeah.
Period.
It's yeah, bro. It's interesting. It's very interesting to see that. But let's not go into this. It's a bit too deep for what we want to cover. But because next quick strike is the lunar year of the rabbit, bro. The year of the rabbit. Some of these pairs are gonna be really stupid, ridiculously limited. But what are you feeling about this whole rotation? About 7 of these sneakers, bro. And I think Vans are doing the year of the rabbit as well. So that's another thing. But it looks like the Jordan 1 low is gonna be 5,000 pairs. 5,000 pairs of Jordan 1 lows. I don't know how much these other silhouettes are gonna have.
I think all the ones are 5,000.
I do like this 312. I don't know how limited that's gonna be in itself. But yeah, there's a lot. What do you think about the whole rotation?
The only one I'm going in for, initially I was going to go in for the OG lows, but I'm just going to focus my efforts on that 23.
Yeah, that 23 is kind of dope. He's very dope. I hope the rumors ain't true and then they're all super limited because, bro, like let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. That Jordan 1 low. The only reason why there's so much hype behind that is because it looks like Travis Scott. Let's be honest, bro. It is a dope pair. Don't get me wrong. Very dope pair. But there's so much resemblance to that toe box and that eyelets that looks like that Travis Scott that a lot of people will be going for that reason alone.
Yeah, and I think it's a coincidence because all the shoes have the same colorway. But I'm cool on those, bro. Especially because people trying to compare them to the Travis.
Yeah.
And I initially didn't like the laces. I still like the pair, but I just want the 23s.
Do you feel it's disrespectful to kind of come out and say that to about a sneaker,
Yeah.
and just compare? I do believe it's kind of really disrespectful because even though, I think the brands love it because I think it means they'll sell their pairs. But like even like when you compare the Mocha ones to the Travis Scott ones, the original Mocha variation,
Yeah, and that
a lot-
whole poor man's thing, like I'm
yeah,
down
bro,
with that.
that is kind of really disrespectful. That is, I don't like that at all. They need to kind of somehow people just need to realize that because it looks the same, it doesn't mean it's the same. Don't compare it. Like just love the sneaker for a different variation and what it means. Like if like the Canyon Purple Jordan 4 that came out on Sneakers Day last year was compared to the purple Travis Scott, how is that even the same?
Nowhere near the same.
Exactly. It's not at all. Like just love the sneaker for what it is. Don't kind of compare it to other things. If you love it, you love it. You don't.
The Canyon Purple is way uglier than the Travis Scott.
Yo, there's rumors that the Travis Scott Mocha Brown 4 is coming out. So we never know. We never know this year. There's rumors galore everywhere at the start of this year. So let's just see what fruition is. You know what the really funny thing is the fact that recently I had one of the bros reach out to me and say to me, I'm getting 5 pairs this year. There's 2023s, my limitation's 5 pairs, and from the lineup I can probably want 7. But as I laughed at him and said, they haven't even shown the collaborations this year. It's like, yeah, you're right.
Plus, we know what they show us is not the only thing that's going to be in that season. Like we've seen the spring collection. They announced the spring collection, and it's about 10 pairs in that collection.
Yeah.
But they didn't talk about the year of the rabbit, did they?
Yeah, but also what's really funny is another thing that we forget is if we take it a year back,
and those were just Jordans too. They didn't show any Nikes.
I know, but if you take it a year back, if you take it like let's just say we're beginning 2020, we're beginning the year 2022, and what we saw at the start of the year to what we saw at the end of the year, who knew Khaled 5 was coming out? Who knew Amaminia 4s were coming out? Who knew Amaminia 12s were coming out? Bro, there's
look at this. Look at this, bro. These are just the Jordans. Ain't no Nikes or Dunks on this. Like this is more of what it's gonna look like this year. It's gonna be more of this in 2023. Like
it's going to be ridiculous. It's going get your money up, guys. It's going to be ridiculous. Get a storage space and get your money up. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, bro. It's gonna be more of the same, and they're gonna sprinkle stuff in here and there, stuff that they're not gonna announce. We're gonna see it maybe a week or 2 before it actually come out. And it's gonna be surprises all year long, and
There
more
was there was
collabs, like you said.
the MM Year 4 was like was no, I remember not the MM Year 4. There was a sneaker that was a
The
surprise. It
airship.
came out of nowhere.
I'm on
The
my year
airship,
airship.
yeah,
Yeah.
that came 1 week. That 1 week notice. That was a 1 week
Mhm.
notice. But let me get your opinion on this, bro. I hate the fact that this is a low.
I
The
don't like
Jordan
it.
5 low chutney.
I don't like it. And this is clearly a mock-up because that is the Jordan Low PSG.
Yep.
You can see the wax stamp on the back.
Yep. Definitely.
That's exactly how the PSG, the Jordan 5 Low PSG looks,
But
bro.
apparently the low chutney's coming out. The chutney low's coming out. I just don't. I feel like it should have been a high. I don't like Jordan 5 lows, bro.
I don't know if I need a yellow 5. I'm gonna just say that. I don't know if I need a yellow 5, bro. Well, look, I don't know if I need a yellow 5.
Give yourself a yellow
No,
card
no.
for that one, bro.
This is not the yellow 5 we need. The yellow 5
we
that
know
we need
it's a
is
Tokyo T23. I know that, bro,
right.
already.
So yeah, I don't need a chutney Jordan 5 low. I need
I'm
the
just
Tokyo 5.
I'm like I said, like I said it with my chest last year. In the next 5 years, we're gonna see the Tokyo T23. Next 5 years. And if you don't know what subliminals, this is a subliminal, guys. The fact that they're releasing a low chutney is preparing your mind to get those T23s. Hands down. I'm saying this. The Michigans came out, the What the Fives came out. When the What the Five came out, it gave us all hope that they were going to release a variation of the Tokyo T23.
Yeah, because
It
they
gave
gave
us
us
all
the
hope.
logo.
Exactly. They gave us hope when they released the Lightning 4s. They gave us hope when they released the Raging Bull 5s. They're giving us hope with this Chutney 5 low. Trust me when I say this. Next 5 years, we are definitely getting the Tokyo T23 Jordan 5. It's coming. It's coming.
I hope you're
It's
right.
coming, bro.
Shishkadamas.
It's coming, bro. Whenever I said something with my full heart, and it's not been true. I believe it so much. Next 5 years, we're gonna see it. I truly believe it'll be one of the sneakers of the year, 100%, bro.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be top 10 when it drops.
Bro, forget top 10.
It'll probably happen similar to the Raging Bulls and the Lightning 4s too. They'll be super hyped. Their release will be pretty difficult, and then people gonna forget about them.
Yeah, but that's the Lightning 4s. Look, bro, we're getting the Lightning 4s, and now we're getting the Thunder 4s this year. I know you don't have an affinity for the Thunder 4s as much as the Lightnings, but I see. Oh, this is the time. This is the year of the old retros. The next 5 years is the year of the old retros. We're going to see a lot of stuff that we saw in the early 2000s, and early 2010s come out this year because it's going to recycle. This is why I believe that the Space Jams are only a matter of time. We'll see them by 2024, I reckon, or even pushing 2025. We're going to see a lot of different sneakers. When did the Space Jams come out? 2016. It's time. It's a retro. It's time.
I need the black 3M Raging Bull.
Yeah. We will definitely see a lot of old variations, a lot of old silhouettes come out. And so
we got
buy your time, guys.
DMP6s. Like all the pack shoes are coming back as individuals. So it's not hard to guess that a lot of these rare pack shoes that we saw in the past are gonna come back around eventually. They just need to go on and do it.
So, bro, bring up the What the Fives. Bring up What the Fives on screen right this moment in time.
You want to see that?
Yeah, I know that we're definitely gonna see that, but bring out the other side. We already see the Raging Bull. We already seen the green bean come out as well, because the green bean is associated with this sneaker. This What the Five is one of the best retros to come out, and an indication of what Jordan Brand are going to do in the next 10 years. Because to me, that sneaker symbolizes every single sneaker Jordan 5 that's going to come out in the next 10 years. We've already seen a couple of them come out. We've already seen the Raging Bull. We've already seen the Green Bean. There will be way more pairs come out from that range. And this sneaker gives us hope that there's going to be more light at the end of the tunnel for Jordan 5 guys, because we are going to see the Beijing 5s. We are going to see a lot of those sneakers come out again, because they've just hinted this. And if you don't believe the subliminals, believe it, guys, because we will see the olive pairs. This What the 5 is the best 5s outside the OGs that they put on that sneaker. And there was a subliminal to you guys to let you know these are coming out. Don't worry, guys. That's my true belief on that. And it was their way of saying, don't worry, these are coming out. What came out straight after that? What the 5? The Raging Bull 5s.
Yeah.
So, bro, I'm telling you, if that shoe is an indication of what we're going to see in the next 10 years.
I can't disagree with you, especially with you giving it such a big window. I can't disagree with that.
Yeah, but next up on the hit list, if I can remember where I am, because I got really drawn away with that. Yes, next on the hit list is some of this, bro. Some AI technology. I want to get your opinion on this, because I think some of these concepts are good. So this is I can't even say that. Queems. Nike concept shows the possibility with AI generated designs. I think some of these designs are kind of cool.
I'm sick of this, dog.
What do you mean you're sick of this?
I'm sick of this AI everything. Like,
yo, bro, you can't admit that almost Air Force looking sneaker is dope.
No, it's not dope.
I think it's dope. The curvatures and designs on it is dope. That looks like an UGG. That looks like a Flyknit.
That's the best looking one, but it's a whole sock too. Like, come on, bro. I'm sick of this, dog. I'm sick of this. And they did it with clothes too. I'm not down for any of this.
I like the club. I do like. You know what? I'm going to be really honest with you, right? Most of these models are more driven to the effeminate side. So if you love like women's exclusive sneakers, I think this is more based on women's exclusive, especially the clothing merch. The clothing merch itself reminds me more and more of like the bags, and the designs for that reminds me more of the ranges that female sneakerheads will get, and I think it's great from that angle. But yeah, bro, it seems like this is a thing. Definitely seems like this is a thing that they're trying to push in the next couple of years.
I can't do it, bro. I can't do it.
Really?
No, I'm sick of it, bro. What happened to people designing and being creative, bro? Like, we leaning too much on this technology, bro. I'm not with it, bro. And a lot of this stuff don't look good to me, man. Just nah.
You know what? If it means, as I said, competition breeds competition. If it means that the AI technology is advancing design, and it means that people have to pick up their game and kind of come with it at different angles, I think this is a good thing. I definitely think it's a good thing. But if it means that AI is going to do all the design work, then it takes a lot out of designers that have put their graft in to actually get to the positions they have. And then that from that angle, I think it's definitely a bad thing. But from this moment in time, if competition breeds competition, and there's an independent line that Nike want to do with AI technology, and that's going to infuse into some of the design work, because let's be honest, bro. Let's be honest. Some of these design ways and some of these colorways are lazy, from what we've got from all the brands. Let's just say all the brands, and there've been some bangers, definitely been some bangers, but there's been some really bad colorways which we looked at, like the Zen Master 4. A lot of people forgot about. That's one possible, like, not a lot of people feeling. The Skyline 1, I think, is lazy as well. I personally think it's not a great colorway. But there is definitely room for improvement. Maybe this will be their room for improvement. Possible.
There's always going to be room for improvement. That don't mean just let a computer do it. Like, and this stuff is look boogie, bro. Like, look at me. What is this, dog? Like we clown high fashion brand designs on sneakers all the time. You can't.
Maybe is a high fashion. Some of these
No,
design
this
work
is
reminds me.
ugly. It's
Some of the
ugly.
Yeah, but then it's for the high fashion guys. That's
It's
just
ugly. I don't
but
care who it's for. It's ugly. If you like it, it's still gonna be ugly to me. I don't care who it's for or who buys it, who likes it. I don't like it, so I'm gonna call it ugly. That's just
hey,
what it is.
bro, it is what it is because obviously we feel a certain way about it. But I truly believe if they're designing this range is going to be quite expensive. From the onlook of it, and from the design work of it, I think this is going to be quite expensive. They're going to I think it's going to be high in fashion rather than general casual sneaker wearers. Some of the design work and artwork does definitely remind me of the Fear of God range as well, because it's a simplistic and essential kind of vibe to it. I
What
think this I
this?
think
You comparing
I
this
do
to Fear God,
I I think I
bro?
think it's
Get
simple. I think it's simple enough
no,
to. I think it's simple enough
no,
to actually be.
bro.
So I don't
Nah,
know.
Fear God's way better than anything on this page, bro. That look at that. It
It
look
gives
like a
me this.
tool, bro. Like,
It
oh
gives me
man,
some. It gives me a Fear of God essential vibes.
no hell
This is
no.
just what I see and look, bro. It's very. It's almost simplistic, but creative at the same time.
What's simplistic about it? All right, I'm gonna let you have your opinion because we gonna keep arguing. But certain stuff we just when we disagree, bro, we gonna be worlds apart, dog. Like I I could take some of these designs and alter them to make them work for me,
Yeah.
but as they are, for the most of them, even the one I like, the one above this one, no, bro. I just no, and don't pull up. I know what you're doing. Don't pull up the Fear of Gods and try to compare it to this, bro. No, no. I know what you're doing. I can see it in your face. You didn't turn. You
Bro,
start typing. I
come
know
on.
what it is.
Come on.
No,
Come
no.
on.
Ain't
Yo, bro.
nothing. Ain't nothing on there
It
even
gives me
close.
it gives me those vibes. It gives me Fear of
But this
God.
is dope. Ain't none of that stuff dope.
I know, but I think that this is what I think definitely is dope. I think this is what they're angling with this is this to me is almost like Jerry Lorenzo's replacement. I'm gonna say this because
They can't.
I feel like this could be the range that swaps the Fear of God range in the Nike's range. But I think they're definitely building this up. I've got my dot swoosh account now, which is great. And I think some of this stuff is going to be coming on the dot swoosh account. I think it's geared up to high end fashion. I don't think regular sneakers like us would want it. Even though I like it, I don't feel I want to wear this.
Mm-mm. I'm good,
But
bro.
right, the last, but not least, um, not hit list, quick strike is this. It's tragic to see, bro. It's very tragic to see.
Yeah.
East Bay is done. East Bay is done out here. You know more about it than we do in the UK, but how essential is East Bay, bro?
So East Bay, we talked about East Bay before on the pod. At the time, we didn't know that they were going to end up going away. East Bay nowadays is not obviously not what it used to be back in the 90s as a kid growing up loving sneakers that I couldn't afford, just to be honest with you. Um, East Bay was like I can't think of what to compare it to. East Bay was one of them things as a kid. If you had East Bay magazines or catalogs, it was just awesome to be able to look and be able to see all the different silhouettes and colorways that were coming and that were already released, because a lot of the stuff you didn't see in store you knew
Yeah.
about,
Yeah.
and it gave you names of sneakers. A lot of these sneakers, a lot of us wouldn't necessarily know the names of them without East Bay. I can remember having an East Bay book, taking it to school, and it being passed around from period to period, and it taking over the classroom. Sometimes it taking over the lunchroom.
Yeah.
It taking over, PE. You would oftentimes see crowds of kids gathered up, and you wouldn't understand what was like. Why is these 6, 7, 8, 10 people crowded around? And you get over there, and there's an East Bay book in the middle.
So essentially, it's a part of your heritage because it's
Yeah,
part of your childhood. Shit,
yeah.
that's sad. That's really sad. Like, what was the downfall for East Bay?
East Bay was online only. Um, you could still order from East Bay. I had a subscription to East Bay. I got some of the newer East Bay books right now, but they aren't the same because of the internet. Because you can go online and see everything. You
Yeah.
can go online and order everything on your phone. So there was really no need for East Bay necessarily. As far as team sports is concerned, East Bay was still a necessity, but I think other brands and companies have gotten into that space, and especially because there's so much freedom now with gear when it comes to team sports. Back back in the '90s, you more or less had to wear your team colors, and it's not like that anymore. Think about with even with Jordan, with the whole band story and him being
Yeah.
fined because he didn't fit the color codes that the NBA had set for footwear.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was that type of thing. If your team wore green, you needed green shoes. Where you gonna get green shoes from if they not on the shelf? You go to East Bay.
Yeah.
The
Get to East
coaches
Bay.
and the team managers and equipment people for um, little leagues and rec leagues and middle school, high school, they would order from East Bay. They could do bulk orders. You can do numbers, jersey numbers, hats. You can get stuff customized. You can do all of that online now. So the need for the East Bay catalog went away.
As
And when
I would definitely
when I
say,
got when I got back into East Bay and I started ordering the catalogs, when the first one came, I was excited to see what it was going to look like, and understandably it don't look like the way it used to, but it was just sad, bro. And
uh,
this is a very sad day because today is officially the first day that there is no longer East Bay. I think I'm gonna
sheesh.
keep the East Bay app on my phone, even though I
Just in
know it's
case.
not gonna work.
Just
Nah,
in case.
just because I'm just gonna
Yeah.
keep it, bro. Because
I fe-
like you said, East Bay it was a part of my upbringing, a big part of my childhood, and I just got a lot of nostalgia. I tried to order from East Bay when I could, when it was necessary, just because I wanted to have orders coming from East Bay.
yeah. I think if you do own an East Bay magazine from back in the day, ke- keep it, keep it tight, keep it clean, because that will be worth quite a bit in the next couple of years.
Yeah, people that do still have the old East Bay books from the '90s definitely covet them. Like you can barely find pictures, let alone actual East Bay books online. So,
Yeah,
and they were really thin and flimsy. Like the thing was to roll it up and stick it in your back pocket. back in the
Yeah,
day.
yeah. Back in the day, I remember that.
Yeah,
It's definitely quite sad to see a big establishment from your childhood like East Bay. It's almost like losing, even though we have so much bad nostalgia with Foot Locker, it's like losing Foot Locker from our scenes. Like that, that's
that's the thing. Foot Locker acquired East Bay. Same thing with Foot Action, and now
yeah,
Foot Action is gone. They officially closed the last Foot Action. I think it was in Texas. So Foot
shit.
Action is done, and now with East Bay only being online, it was much easier for them to shut down East Bay as well. I just really wish they hadn't, but now Foot Locker is only Foot Locker and Champs, and
Yeah.
I'm scared for Champs now.
Yep. I I'm I think I think you're right, bro. Like if you really look at it at this moment in time, Nike's going more and more direct to customer. They're taking away stock levels from the consumers, from other retailers. It feels like personally that this is going to happen more and more. So secondary or third tier shops that have been acquired from like Foot Locker, and other retail companies, especially like Foot Patrol and stuff like that, they will start to close down other retailers because they know they're not getting the same volume of Jordans or Nikes or other brands, because everybody's going direct to customer because it makes more financial sense to do so. And we're going to see more and more of this in the future, unfortunately. And it's quite sad to see, definitely quite sad to see all of these companies that we grew up with in our childhood vanish from the actual retail stores. Even going to a store or online, because I think it's going to happen more and more in 2023 and 2024. We're going to see subsidiary companies that belong to Foot Locker disappear.
Yeah, man. So it's a sad day. Let me see something.
But before, I forgot about one last quick strike, bro, because you're probably more in tune with this. Bang! Cool Kai is trademarking his lightning design, and we talked about this before. Was it last podcast 48, where we talked about what was that company that Nike have acquired? I always get it wrong.
Artifact.
Artifact basically have got that lightning design, and Cool Kai swiftly going in and trademarking his lightning design. He needed to do that when he first designed it, but unfortunately, it doesn't look like he has. Looks like he's trademarked it now. I don't think it's too late to do that. It's gonna be interesting, bro. It's gearing up.
Yeah. Hopefully he can get that trademark. And Kai doing some big things. He doing a lot of different stuff. He has another company, Kai Tech, where he's releasing design templates for
Yeah.
other creators to use, with t-shirts and hoodies and pants and stuff like that too. So just shout out to Kai, man. He continuing to push forward. He's not backing down off
Listen to
of
our
the lawsuit.
Yeah, maybe listen to our last podcast 48 when we talking about him trademarking his lightning bolt, and Architect coming out with their lightning bolt as well. So maybe he kind of thought, oh crap, I need to trademark my lightning bolt.
Yeah, I would have thought he already did that.
Yeah, I know.
But
It's really strange. Episode 48 came out, and then all of a sudden, over the holiday period, he's like, oh crap, let me do my lightning bolt. Because I think you're the one who brought attention to the fact that Architect have got a lightning bolt as
Artifact.
well. Artifact, that's it. I always get the name wrong, bro.
It's
I need to get
okay.
it right.
It's okay.
Artifact had the lightning bolt, so all of a sudden, Cool Kai is looking to trademark his lightning bolt. Maybe Rick gave him some advice on our behalf, which is good. Good to know that he's actually doing it.
Yeah, hopefully he can get it, and he can keep pushing forward.
Yep. That was the quick strikes
Not so
for
quick,
this
quick
podcast.
strike.
Not so quick. We've been off a couple of weeks, that's why. But do you want to go into the main nitty gritty of this podcast? Because I feel like there's two situations we definitely need to discuss.
Yeah. So
And one situation that belongs to you, bro. So shall we just go through your situation first?
so the Nike gender discrimination lawsuit. I really hate this. And let's be clear. I am a Nike guy. Everybody know this. I'm not this type of person. I don't
Oh, you
I
don't.
don't I
You
don't
don't need to say it.
no, I do. I feel like I do. I don't condone um unwarranted harassment. I don't condone misogyny.
Yep. That
I
that
love
doesn't belong in
women.
any platform.
I was raised by a woman. I have a whole lot of nieces. I got nieces in the teens as far as the number of nieces I got. Of course, I got a wife. I got a sister. It's bullshit to hear that a brand that I love and support has this type of shit going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
the fact that they're calling it a boys club, I can kind of look past that a little bit because we know the sneaker industry is for the most part a male dominated industry,
yeah.
but
Like,
that doesn't excuse this at all.
no. Stuff like this does not belong in the sneaker arena at all. It's not. It's not about. Definitely not about anything to do. It's not about this. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't. But this whole misogyny, this whole the sexism does not belong in any industry, any industry at all. Because we should strive to bring up every single creed. Doesn't matter
Yeah,
what kind of orientation you are from, or where you come from, or if you what gender you are. It should not exist. I was surprised to learn about this. Like, I was like, wow.
One eternity later.
Right, cool. Let's carry on. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Unfortunately, my mistake. I just basically touched something and I just disappeared off the screen. But yes, yeah, it's really bad to see this kind of behavior from what we regard as one of the best companies out there in terms of the sneaker community. But unfortunately, bro, like when it does come up, we have to bring it to light. We have to talk about it. We have to kind of discuss it because it's not right. It doesn't belong anywhere in the industry itself. And unfortunately, this is one of those occasions where Nike need to sort themselves out because unfortunately they weren't just doing it with a tip, bro. Because at the end of the day, like, you can't have this happen in you can't have like, especially oral at work, bro.
yeah. And
Like,
in reading about this, the one plaintiff was saying that she pretty much was being harassed by her boss. She had been called names that I won't repeat on the pod. Um, being physically harassed and verbally harassed at work, and also being threatened. So this is bad, bro. Now, hopefully, whatever the truth is does come out. Hopefully, Nike is transparent about this and they're genuine about trying to get this type of behavior out of the company and move forward with as clean of a slate as they can have. We know in recent years the push for equality in the sneaker space has kind of been spearheaded by Nike,
yep,
doing more women exclusive colorways, women exclusive sizing, doing collabs with a lot of women artists and creators, which is good.
yep.
But when I saw this story, I immediately thought to myself, were they doing that to try to mask this bad behavior that's been going on.
I don't think that's the reason why. I think there's a massive push for female sneakers over the last 5 6 years. It's good to see that it's progressively got better and better. We see more very good female exclusive sneakers, which is awesome to see. But unfortunately, what's this is kind of a bit of a knock on Nike for what's happened. I think female sneakers struggle in this community anyway. Not only from the discrimination that some sneakerheads show them outside of the industry, but
Mhm.
also with kind of sneaker releases, sneaker size. The whole me and Cam have been talking about is that the bell curve for the sneaker sizes need to change. That needs to be rapid so that female sneakers have got more choices in the lower ranges as well.
Yeah.
I just feel female sneakerheads have it hard anyway, and this is another slap in the face for them because it was only in 2020 when there was another case where one of the guys within the UK scene was taking advantage of females and in their position of power. And this which is what it derives from being in that position of power. Doesn't matter what gender you are. If you take advantage of your situation, then you don't deserve to be in that situation, for one. And secondly, if you are out here to discriminate any race, creed, gender, then you don't belong in that position anyway. Because the sneaker game is supposed to be independent of any political values or independent of any your determination of any gender. It should
Yeah.
be equal and for everybody, and that's what I truly believe. And if you are taking advantage of the situation you are or you're put in, or you've been blessed to put in, then you don't deserve that position at all.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
LGBTQ plus people buy sneakers.
yep,
Women buy sneakers as well as men. So
exactly that.
everybody deserves a fair shake and a spot in this space. This space is, even though it's male dominated, that don't mean that others aren't welcome.
There was
And
Go.
this story, in my opinion, gives that perception that women don't belong. And that's
and I
definitely not the case.
there was I'm going to highlight this, and this is just something that's lived with me for quite a while. Very back when I in the early stages when I was basically on Instagram, and I was starting to do lives, and we had a particular person that we don't talk to anymore, and I wanted to invite a couple of female sneakerheads on the show to give their representation. And the question I got asked by that particular person was why they inflate the prices of sneakers anyway. And my response was no. Everybody has a say in what goes on in the sneaker world. You can't just say because being a male sneakerhead that picks up sneakers that you feel a certain way about female sneakers. That's not on. Everybody has a say in this. Everybody has a say and quote on this. And thankfully enough, obviously that person was obnoxious and showed his true colors, and we don't talk to him, and that's great. But at the end of the day, this from then on, I do invite anybody to the platform on Instagram. We have a lot of female sneakers come through. We have a lot of people come through and have a conversation, open conversation about how they feel, how they value it, and it's important. It's very important to get other people's opinion and how they kind of transverse into that sneaker community. Because let's be honest, yes, right, in back from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, it's been very male dominated. But during that time, there have been a few sneakers that have been picking up sneakers from the on off. They've been fascinated from sneakers from the on off. So it's very important to actually pick up that conversation with the right people, to increase the coverage with those people, to help assist those people with picking up sneakers. Because at the end of the day, male, just because you're male doesn't mean you're predominantly biased for picking up sneakers or any other subject. Because at the end of the day, it's for everybody. Exclusivity and gatekeeping doesn't belong in this community.
At all.
And this is and unfortunately, what's happened with Nike at this moment in time, and behind closed doors, and calling a boys club and all of that stuff, is gatekeeping, and it doesn't belong in this community. And that's where I stand with it. Everybody has to have their say. Everybody's got their own opinion. Everybody's got their own likes and tastes. It's for our respectful ways that we go about it, and the way we kind of comprehend that, and the way we engage with that is very important. Because the one thing you don't want to do is like, it's almost like saying somebody that's about 13 who wants to get into the sneaker game, and they're picking up sneakers, and somebody that's been picking up sneakers for the last 20 years, it comes out and says, you can't do that, you can't do that, who are you to say this 13-year-old can't do that? Be it any gender, you can't just sit there and say you can't do this, because they're learning themselves. It's important for us to open our arms and engage with the right people, and introduce them, and actually educate them, and actually guide them in their own journey, because that's their own journey. You're not that person. That's their own journey. And it's very important for us to actually sit here and recognize that every person is individually different. Doesn't matter what brands they like, doesn't matter what sneakers they like, doesn't matter what they pick up. That's their personal journey. So we have to be helpful. And I can't sit here and agree with what's happening with Nike at this moment in time. And I hope, like you said, bro, that they just don't kind of throw this away under covers and sort the problem out. They need to be open and honest about the situation, and they need to kind of address it and sort it out openly in public, because this to come out to the public. Everybody that's there, that's actually shown this discrimination, shown this sexism, bro, sexual harassment at work, you should be automatically fired.
Yeah, period. And sexual harassment in general, bro. Like, I see it a lot. It disgusts me, bro. Like I said, I'm not that type of person. I was raised around way too many women to feel like, because I'm a man, let me take physical advantage, or even in business, to have a higher position than somebody and use that position in the wrong way is just disgusting, bro. And like you said, like I said earlier, hopefully the transparency will remain, because I don't know exactly when this happened, but having it come out, I think, is a good thing, because it's putting pressure on the people at Nike to do the right thing.
Yep.
And to focus on inclusion and equality behind the scenes, not just outside. Do it inside as well. Some things, and one of my favorite sayings is, don't have inside conversations outside. This is an inside conversation that needs to come outside.
Yep. This is an inside conversation that actually lead to the outside. So leave it in the outside public realm and sort it. Because this is a very bad situation for Nike. This is a very bad situation for Nike. Bro, like I even feel I'm not, bro. I'm not a simp. I don't sit here and if you guys don't know what simping is for when people say stuff and do stuff just to please.
We're not pandering.
We're not pandering.
This is not pandering. This is not as you call it, simping at all. This is really how I feel. Y'all know. I mean, y'all should know, if y'all have been watching and following the podcast, or follow us on any social media platforms. We love our fellow sneakerheads that happen to be female as well. We try to get them on the show as much as possible, especially with Sneaks and with Jenny. They're two people that converse with us a lot, and they support us, so we support them in turn. Yes, most of our sneakerhead friends are males. We're men. Most of our friends are going to be men anyway. Just like with women, most women have a bunch of female friends.
Yeah,
that's kind of how they go.
I've assisted Jenny on a couple of sneakers, so I've tried to help for sneakers fresh out of the box. I've helped
and we
out.
shout them out all the time. So
all the time.
This ain't pandering. This ain't. No. This ain't sucking up. This ain't. Ain't no agenda behind this for us.
You know what? You know what I really find offensive? Like, I don't know how you feel about this. Is when guys, I'm guilty of picking up female sneakers. I'm guilty of that. I've got the Singles Day 4. the Bluebirds. I've got the Gore-Tex 5. They're excellent sneakers. And unfortunately, I wish they were more of a generic release. But what I do really get offended by is when guys turn around and say, well, females get female sneakers, and we don't get them, but why do females pick up male sneakers? And what you don't what I don't understand about that whole comment is, don't you realize that general release sneakers are male dominated sneakers because the bell curve don't work for female sneakerheads? That's what I don't understand.
But
The men's sizes are predominantly more higher.
Yeah,
Go on, bro.
Too. Yeah.
The average size one from like 7, from like 8 to like 11 is more made than the other sizes. So I do feel sorry for the guys who are 12, 13, 14. I do feel sorry for the ladies and gentlemen that sizes are 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So and even sometimes the size range don't start below a size 6. And most of the female sneakers that I know are size 4.5 or 3.5 or 2.5. They don't get the opportunity to pick up, but then they'd have to go down to a GS size, which is not the same quality. So if you talk about inequality, that is inequality in itself, which all the brands need to address. Not just Nike, not just New Balance, not just Adidas. All the brands need to address the fact that their bell curve or their production range don't accommodate for smaller sizes, right? So when somebody says to someone, a male sneakerhead or a guy comes to me and says, oh, female sneakers get their own exclusive size ones, they shouldn't be picking our past sneakers. No, bro. What you don't realize is every single release that has happened that's not a female exclusive is a male exclusive.
Pretty much. And so, to your point about the bell curve, I just wish that some of these women's exclusive colorways came in my size, because I wanted Bluebirds, but if I go half size down on Jordan 5, they're gonna be heels.
Yep.
Pun intended.
So exactly. And this is what people don't understand, and this is what people don't. And this is not even me simping. This is me telling the straight facts of the situation. The situation is that normal releases don't work for females, or smaller size gang which want to get size 6 and below. I've had many times where I have the conversation with a size with a size 3.5 sneakerhead, which I'm said, sorry, it doesn't work, or let me see what's happening. And unfortunately, most of the cases outside the States, they don't come here. They don't come in the UK, EU, and that's unfortunately the situation and realism that we live in. And what people don't understand is that doesn't work in the modern day age anymore. No, it doesn't work for a lot of people anymore, and that needs to change. And the latest slap in the face is the fact that some of the boys club that we see, the news report during Christmas time, that doesn't belong anywhere, bro. That to me,
the sneaker culture community game, whatever you want to call it, is becoming less of a boys club and just a club where there's room for everybody, which I love. I love scrolling Instagram and seeing people like Shaniques and people like Jenny, people like Nayla Swoosh and Creparella and Sneaker Vibes Only and Didi kicking it with Didi and all the great female sneakerheads and content creators, because they do good work, sometimes better work than some of these lame ass dudes that are just hype beasts. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I've seen it in many occasions when people bullied other genders off their platform because they're not male. I do not agree with that at all. It should be. I don't agree with gatekeeping. I don't agree with sneaker snobbery. I don't agree with. It is always a good conversation to have from it, but being a sneaker snob is not the way to go, guys. To be in an end all of the situation is everything's up for discussion, everything's up for debate. You can't classify and close the gate on somebody that you don't believe has the same opinions as you. It doesn't belong in this realm. If you can't have a conversation, then you don't belong in a conversation.
Facts. So we agree 100% on this one. I'm not gonna condemn the brand because it's not the brand in general, but there
It's the
are people.
employees.
Yeah,
It's the
there are
employees.
definitely people inside, and I'm pretty sure that other brands have these issues as well. And hopefully, whatever brand, whatever industry, whenever this happens, hopefully
It's
it's handled
cooler.
accordingly.
Yeah, it needs to be handled accordingly. You can't be a brand, and you can't be a brand out here trying to sell to the masses, and you're having this situation happen in the background. It's not on. It's totally not on. It doesn't belong here. It doesn't belong here. It doesn't belong in any industry. We've seen over the years, we've seen a mass change in the demographic of people that work for companies. We've seen more people, females, and more other genders start working in within companies, which is awesome to see. They deserve our love and support. They deserve our open arms and welcoming them into any facility or work they go into, and that's where it belongs. That's where it belongs, is for us to open up and say, yes, you belong here. Come and join us and work with us, because everybody's got different values, everybody's got different ideas, everybody's got unique tastes and touches, when you open the conversation up and you open the ideas up, you come up with way more innovations. It's great to see way more females have opportunities in the design aspect of the brands as well. It's great to see that. It's great to see doors opening for people to go into those realms and do what they need to do, and bring some more inspiration. I love to see that. It's amazing to see that, and I hope it carries on and it keeps carrying on. And then the spectrum of everybody, like, how do you put it? Everybody that needs to be working, anybody that's kind of, I don't get me wrong. Just because you're from one different creed doesn't mean you deserve to be doing certain things. For me, to be equal and open, it means if you bring the best values to the company, you deserve the position. And it's always supposed equal opportunities for everybody is the way to go. And that's why I truly believe that it should be. Just because you're from a certain race or a certain creed doesn't mean you deserve a position and you should be put to the forum. As long as you bring the right qualities to the company, you deserve the position. And if you are biased, or if you are a certain way, you don't deserve that position, because everybody deserves an equal opportunity in life. And if you don't abide by that rule, I feel like if you discriminate, you don't need to be there anymore.
Yeah, sexism to me is just as bad as racism. There's no place in my heart for any of that.
100% agree with you, bro. Because it's a very tricky subject, and I was sad to see that happen. I was sad to hear that happen with Nike, and I was like, oh wow, okay, cool. We definitely need to talk about this on the podcast. Ladies, gentlemen, whatever your gender is, guys, do your utmost. Make sure nobody discriminates you, and to do what you need to do. And if you feel you're in a certain scenario or situation, report it, guys. Bring light to it, report it. You deserve better. That's all I say.
Yeah, however you identify, you welcome. Because I identify as a shoebox. So
he's such an idiot, bro. This is why I love the Sean Weatherspoon range. Because even if that's not even involving anything we just talked about, that's about vegan shoes, right? Mm-hmm. And that's about certain people believing certain ideologies. And I truly believe that range is going to blow up in the next 10 years, because I do feel like there's a certain market for that. I do believe there's a certain demographic for that as well. And I do believe like Adidas is showing the way forward with that, and I do believe Nike would jump on that eventually.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about McDowell's earlier. McDowell's was a vegan brand.
Yeah, exactly. So I just believe, and by the way, this doesn't mean that if you belong in that demographic, you can beat other people over the head with it. That's discrimination in itself.
No. It
You
is.
see what I'm
It
saying?
is.
So, guys, just realize equal opportunity, being humble, and being respectful is the best way you can be.
Exactly. I'm not
But
trying to force my opinion.
no.
We are very opinionated on this podcast and in life in general. And I try to make this clear when I think about it as much as possible. My opinion, because I think something is ugly. Don't let my opinion sway you from what you like. I don't like the Purple Canyon Forest. That don't mean you shouldn't like them. My
I love them.
opinion is not law, and neither is
No.
TJ.
No.
So
Yeah, I think
that's not what we're here for. We're here to give our opinions. We're not here to sway you off of anything.
And probably give you our court of public opinion is more based on the generic thoughts of a lot of people. But like I'll definitely say, our opinions are unique to ourselves, and everybody's opinion is unique and different, and it's amazing because basically, what you might feel about a sneaker, I might not feel about a sneaker. But like I said, if a conversation is always good to have, and if you can't have the conversation, you don't belong in the conversation. If you've got negative things to say, but look, bro, like we discuss all the time. You like some sneakers that I don't like, and I love some sneakers that you don't like. But we always talk about it. I'm not here saying you should love it, bro, because it's this and this. I'm just like, I love it because of this and this and this.
Well,
and
you do
might
say
like
that, but you know that it don't work on me.
I don't say that, bro. I only tell you like I love it because this and this and this. But yeah, bro, like everybody's got a unique taste. Everybody's got a unique vibe, and it's always great to like kind of comprehend that discussion about their unique taste and vibes. And it's always great to see it because, like, bro, like we could talk about Jenny. Jenny's got Jenny loves unique color sneakers, but she don't like all black sneakers because she loves to wear black all the time, and she loves something different on her feet, which is like a bit more vibrant. And this is, and you kind of understand her aspect of it. She likes the Vault ones, which we don't like the Vault ones, or I don't particularly like the Vault ones, but she loves the Vault ones. But that's because she loves the color blocking. And you got to respect that. And I can't say to Jenny, you should love those. No, I can't. Well, how can I as a person tell somebody else what they like or hate, or what they should be liking or hating?
Yeah, I'm gonna screw my face up at everything that I don't like, but I'm not here to talk anybody off of what they like.
Yeah, exactly.
And my slogan is rock what you like, buy what you like, rock what you like. You being the key word. Not buy what I like, rock what I like.
Yo, bro, can you imagine if we all like listen, think of it as in a very parallel world where we all bought the same things, we all wore the same things. How life would be boring. That would be boring, bro. Like what would we talk about?
We wouldn't get stuff like this.
Yeah. You would be like, yep. I like that too.
I put these on feet too. These Zion 2s, man, super comfortable.
Okay. Sidebar time, because this is the real conversation here. This is what we're all here to talk about right this moment in time. Tell me one thing, bro. What's better, the Jordan Zion 2 Voodoos or the Jordan 1 Low Zion Voodoos?
I like the Zion 2 Voodoos better than I like those lows. Those lows are really dope to me, but I like the Zions better.
I have the same mentality for that sneaker. I said it on Christmas Day on my Instagram. The Zion 2 Voodoos, the materials that they use on that are way more better than the lows. I've seen the lows. They feel a bit synthetic to me personally. The canvas on the Voodoo 2s is way better, way more premium. I think that sneaker is dope, and the amount of people that reached out afterwards, guys, if you love the Zion 1 Low Voodoo, and it's in your top 5, great on you guys. But me personally, that Voodoo Low Zion 2 is so good, so good. And I remember the time when we were talking about it. I instantly bought it off that conversation. When me and you were talking about it, because that sneaker is dope. That sneaker to me, that's sneaker is the reason why we got the Jordan 1 low. Simple.
Yeah, it's my number 10 for the year.
Oh, that's a great shout, bro. I don't know if it's gonna make my top 10 list, but that is such a dope. And we talked about top 10s, and this is why I hate doing top 10s, because I wish I could put that Zion 2 in there, but I can't. How?
Hey, it is what it is, bro. It's my number 10. And I had to put it on feet before the year was over to confirm the place that I wanted to give it, because I wanted to put it in my top 10. But I had to even though I had it on feet before, I wanted to have it on foot for the day. And yeah, they in there.
I'm going to say something very controversial. Not controversial. I'm going to say something. I think it's very disrespectful to do a top 10 to the other shoes that don't make the top 10.
It's opinion, bro. Like we just had a whole discussion about opinions. Like it's just people's opinion. I don't mind. I don't understand everybody's list. I just hate to feel like people are putting certain stuff on their list for hype's sake.
Okay,
and
so
I purposely don't do that.
You're talking about when people put the Travis Scott low Black Phantoms up on their list.
I mean, who's to say if it's genuine or not? When I said that, I was mainly speaking on publications, because when you look at the publications top 10 lists, you know, the complexes and the Nice Kicks and the other sneaker media outlets, when you look at some of their lists, not anybody in particular, but when you look at some of their lists, you like, it's all the OGs and long time returns that we had from 2022, and you put that on the list. Like, come on, bro. In my opinion, anybody that doesn't have the Cardinal 7 on their list is missing the boat. I feel the same way about the 2. I feel the same way about the Lost and Found. Those 3 sneakers, I think, are essential to anybody's top 10, but that's my opinion. You get what I'm saying?
I'll tell you something really interesting, and I find it really hard to, and this is quite funny, because sneakers that come out in full time tend to make the top 10 list quite easily, because a lot of people forget about what I actually released earlier.
Yeah.
When I was saying to somebody the other day, I was thinking, this came out, and I mentioned the 5 Red Freeze, and they said, "Oh, I forgot the 5 Red Freeze." Yeah.
Top
and
5.
Because bro, definitely top 5. Like, this is why I think this year is going to be really hard, because the amount of OGs that have come out. You had like think of it, the Lost and Founds retro. A lot of people don't like to do retro lists. I might do 2 lists. I might do a retro list and a non-retro list. Because the retros will dominate my top 10 list easily. You got Lost and Founds, 5 Red 3, Chicago, Cardinal 7s. You had Playoff 12s. You had the Chlorophylls. You had the Midnight Navy. Hey,
Playoff 12 was last year.
Was it?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Maybe I'm getting that one wrong.
Yeah, Playoff 12 was last year.
Okay, cool. Well,
no. You're right. Playoff 12 was early this year.
And see how we forget because it came out early. So
I'm thinking about the assist that I made on those, and I was mistakenly thinking it was because I just remember it being around Cool Gray time.
Yeah. So that was a reverse. That was a reverse taxis. Or was it taxis? One or two.
Yeah, the royalty.
Yeah, the royalty.
That's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about the royalty 12s. You're right,
bro. I'm telling you, there's so many sneakers that come out a lot like this year, that a lot of people forgot from early on. There's been so much heat. There's so much heat. It's difficult this year. This year's probably one of the hardest years to kind of come up with the top 10 for me personally.
Yeah, so now I got to rearrange my list because the playoff 12s are definitely going on there. That's
See,
why that's why I had to pull up this list because I needed to make sure that I wasn't forgetting anything that I cop because my list is gonna be cops only. I'm not doing colorways. I'm doing cops. I'm not doing
yeah,
releases. I'm doing cops. So
yeah.
nothing that I don't have, and even stuff that because I have got rid of a couple of pairs that I cop from this year. I'm not including those either because I got rid of them for a reason.
Yeah,
You see what
yeah.
I'm saying?
I,
I
I,
knew I wasn't gonna wear them. I didn't enjoy them as much as I thought I would, so they had to go.
I think a lot of people are going to put the pattern bread ones in there as well because they actually copped them this year.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be
but
mad at that.
bro, I'm just this year's been ridiculous. I counted. Bro, I don't know how many. I counted like 34.
Let's not go down that. Let's not go down that path because yeah, I'm the same way. And I had a lot of assists this year, last year rather. I'm happy I was able to assist as many people as I did. But yeah, it was a lot. And
But by the
I'm looking at just Jordans, and I got a few Nikes too that's gonna be up in there too. So
yeah,
yeah,
I'm gonna definitely say one thing though. Like Air Max One. What a hell of a year, bro, for Air Max Ones. What
yeah,
a hell of a year for
yeah,
like let's when we talk about colorways and color blockings.
yeah,
I think Air Max ones were up there. One of the best like colorways and color blockings. I know I'm not an Air Max guy. I was privileged to hold every Air Max that was out. Like every different like every variation of them. A patter, the aqua patters I held. I saw the Monarchs. I saw a lot in hand. Casinos I didn't see. The concepts I saw. The bro. I'm literally holding two pairs of these for the bro at this moment in time. Like we're talking about this. The review's already come out on
yeah.
Sunday
Ugly
for this,
duckling.
guys. Ugly Ducklings. This is a dope colorway. I got the pecans here for Dell as well. The assist after assist, bro. But the Air Max had a year, bro. 35 years, and what a way to celebrate the 35th anniversary of the Air Max one, and also the Air Trainer one, because some of those colorways are dope, bro. Dope,
Yeah,
dope, 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 dope.
you're gonna have to just put the Air Trainer in as a silhouette and not colorways because you got
Six, 15 or 16 variations of that. There's truly been a blessed year for Air Max ones and Air Trainer ones. Everything that's had an anniversary. Even the Air Force ones had a brilliant anniversary. Like that's how you do an anniversary, bro. That's how you do an anniversary.
yeah.
100%.
So what else we got, man? Let's wrap it up. I gotta get ready to slide in a minute.
Next up on our little bit of our main subject is this, bro. Balenciaga and Adidas pause their relationship, but I find it interesting because I think Balenciaga are guilty of what they did in terms of the whole
Yeah, the
uh
BDSM campaign thing.
BDSM campaign. I don't know how to put it without being abrupt, but yes, I think it's a bit hypocritical of Adidas for not stopping that collaboration.
Well, I'm happy they did decide to put a
Pause it.
pause on this.
They should be
Also,
stopping it.
yeah, also I didn't know until recently that Gucci owns Balenciaga.
Yeah,
I didn't know that initially. So
they're all interconnected, bro. Somehow, some way.
yeah, so good for Adidas. They need to make all the right moves right now with the loss of Yeezy and all the restructuring that they're doing. The loss of income. They have to make all the right moves right now, and I think this is the right move.
Yeah, but what I don't understand is that was on the 20th of December, and how promptly they got rid of Yeezy on their branding was quite quick. Like we heard about it being paused, and within a week it was done. This is beyond the week, and they're still having discussions. I do not agree with them pausing it. I think they need to stop it and cancel their relationship with Balenciaga. Whatever Balenciaga did was as bad as what Kanye did, or even worse because it involved innocent people, bro. You Adidas need to promptly cancel them. I'm talking no, no more business
I agree.
because that's not right, bro. What we know, we're not going to elaborate on what happened. We know what happened with Balenciaga and their campaign. This is one of those situations where if it does carry on, it's if Adidas do reignite the relationship with Balenciaga, I don't feel it's good for the image at all.
No, I think they're buying their time right now. I wonder how much this relationship actually does for their brand as far as financially. I think I don't think they need Balenciaga at all. I mean, obviously, it's probably profitable for them because they continue the relationship. But prior to the controversy, so I'm pretty sure they making something off of it. But is it really worth being attached to a company that just continues to do stupid stuff?
Yeah. And the whole excuse Balenciaga used with the situation was poor, very poor. The apologies they came out with that situation, very poor. The fact that we all saw celebrities get wrapped up in this, and they were hesitant to kind of drop Balenciaga because Balenciaga was paying their wages. Bro, like the whole situation is really poor from Balenciaga, and the fact that it took Adidas quite a while to come out and cancel and say we stopped the relationship with Balenciaga because that whole situation happened at the beginning of December, or end of November, and then 20 days later, the Balenciaga and Adidas pause their relationship or their situation. I feel it was a poor attempt to kind of buy some time and sort out the situation, and it got worse and worse and worse for Balenciaga, and Balenciaga people burning Balenciaga merchandise, and then after that Adidas come out and said we pause, and I feel it's a bit hypocritical of Adidas to come and not react quicker to the situation, and
Yeah,
even with the Kanye West situation, same thing. They were quite slow off the mark to do what they did, and it
yeah.
feels like why are you so slow when you know what needs to be done?
It's just business, bro. It's just business, and we've seen Adidas make poor decisions involving business quite often last year. Outside of just sneakers and who they do collaborations with and whatnot, it's just a bunch of bad business going on over there, man.
Yeah.
And because these attachments, the Ye and the Balenciaga attachments to the Adidas brand are such a big deal culturally,
Yep.
they're moving slow because there's probably some people that feel the way we feel. Then there are others that say, no, like this is too big. It's making too much money. We having too many problems already. We don't need to keep putting this type of news out. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
on a more problems, just more problems. Every time you hear something, it's bad. So
But
I
what's
think somebody over there is hesitant to want to put more bad news out.
so what okay, what's worse, the Kanye situation or the Balenciaga situation? In your personal opinion only, what's worse?
It's hard. It's hard to say. I look at them equally, to be honest with you, but I think the Kanye situation was a little worse because it was messier, because Kanye is loud and he's everywhere.
Yep.
This Balenciaga thing happened. We talked about it. We said we wasn't going to talk about it anymore. I'm not opposed to talking about it now because of the context, but I think the Kanye situation was worse just because of how loud he was about it and the type of stuff that he was saying.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I kind of, I think it's more equal. Just because of what the situation with Balenciaga is. To an extent, the fact, to the extent, I think the Balenciaga situation is a bit more worse because it's being suddenly silenced, and we don't know, and with that brings more. Okay, cool. It was okay to do it. Kind of
Yeah,
vibe.
yeah, I agree with that.
So from that standpoint, I think me personally, the Balenciaga situation was slightly a bit more worse because of who the entailed people, or all the entailed persons were involved in it, and the innocence of the people that were involved in it because they didn't know any better, and the families that put them in that situation in the first place, which was way worse, bro. So for me personally, I believe that situation was slightly a bit worse. In the context of it being out there and more apparent and more visual, we knew what we were getting with Kanye West, but we don't know what we're getting with Balenciaga, and this is why I think it's more, for me, it's worse than the Kanye West situation. But either way, I think Adidas need to just drop Balenciaga and not do any business with Balenciaga because both of the situations are bad in themselves, and they don't need that. They don't need it.
Yeah, they were. I agree with you. They were very slow on attacking this. They should have came out immediately when the controversy hit and start to distance themselves, denounce what happened at least, and say that they don't condone it. I didn't see any reports of anything like that going on from Adidas side, which is why I just chalk it up to them being more business minded about it versus feeling it like the way the people felt it. That
Yeah.
it was wrong
So
and it shouldn't
let
have
me
happened.
give you an exact timeline. So like I said, the Balenciaga situation happened end of November, beginning of December. The apology went out on the 2nd of December. From Balenciaga about we're sorry, this we didn't realize, blah this, blah that. And by the way, that was a whole load of crap in
Yeah,
the
that
first place
was
because
trash.
because Balenciaga know exactly what they're doing. You have to get approval for everything that you do in those companies. So that was a whole lot of crock. So let's just say the 25th was when the adverts came out. Then they got reprimanded. The second was when the actual apology came out. Between then, so you're telling me it took a whole month for Adidas or to come out and say we're distancing ourselves from Balenciaga. That's not on, bro. That's not on.
Yeah. And pausing the relationship to reevaluate, like again, like they did with Kanye, and it only took a couple of weeks. It's just
Yeah.
a bad look.
Yeah. They should have just gone. They should have just disbanded that situation. We could talk about all we want. At the end of the day, Adidas do the right thing. And you know what the right thing is because sometimes that's the best way.
Yeah, just knock it out, man. Get it done,
Uh,
get it out of there, and move on.
Last but not least, you want to talk about your UPS situation, bro?
You know what? I really don't. Um, I dropped the video. I'm gonna let the video live. Um, it's just a bad situation, man. I will say this. It doesn't. I just don't. I got Chicago's coming. Like I'm so tempted to just put a hold on them and go pick them up, depending on who Nike chooses to ship through this time.
Yeah.
Because They use laser ship, UPS, and FedEx. Hopefully, it's FedEx, and it sounds crazy, but I would rather laser ship than
Yeah, yeah.
UPS at this point because
Oh,
I'm
that's
just
a statement, bro. That's a statement.
yeah. I'm just done. I'm just done with UPS right now. I can't wait to get my regular driver back on this route. If it's him, once I see him, I'll feel better about it because I just trust him. I know he's a good guy. And we got gift cards for him too for Christmas because we hadn't seen him. We hadn't been able to give them to him, but yeah, man, I'm I'm just over it right now, bro. I'm done. I'm done with
So,
UPS for the time being.
so guys, if you want to see the situation what Q is talking about, the situation with the parcel almost going missing, go and check out the video on YouTube for for Q, and then it says 808 kicks ATO. Go and
Yeah.
check out the video. It's on a live. Unfortunately, you have to go and search it because it's a live video. Go and give your comments on it and what you think about the situation, because obviously there's some shady business going on with UPS and that driver selected. UPS reached out to
Yeah,
you, didn't they?
it's on the yeah, they did in the DM on Instagram. It kind of is what it is. However, I talked to a friend, one of my sister friends, shout out Karima. She was actually in the live, but she didn't comment. Come to find out, she works for UPS.
Oh,
So I had a chance to chop it up with her last night about the situation, and she agreed with me. She saw the video. She agreed that old boy was trying to steal my package.
oh, that now that's coming from a UPS employee.
Yeah, she's on the inside. You know, she's not a driver or anything, but she and I think she's been at UPS for a while. I'm not sure. I didn't ask her how long she's been there, but she definitely agreed that that was a bad situation. So yeah, that confirmation from her just took it to a different space in my mind to where I'm just done with him, bro. And
Yeah,
please believe, anytime a situation like this happens, I'm putting it on blast. I'm putting it on Instagram, which is connected to my Facebook, so it's gonna automatically go there. And I'm doing a YouTube video every time.
yeah.
Every time, bro.
It's not a good situation to be in. Like, guys, go and check out Q's
It's
video.
under the live tab. If you go to my YouTube channel, if you're watching this on my channel, or not, you know, I always link my we always link each other. It's under the live tab. It won't be on the main feed. It's under the live tab. Yeah. And y'all gotta forgive me. I forgot to turn my mic on right at the beginning of the video. And
Yeah.
Mars was
Skip,
trolling me hard.
skip for like 10, like how many 5 minutes?
It's
And
like 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Skip 3 minutes and then you'll be able to listen to Q.
Yeah. But I had fun on that live, especially with Mars trolling me. Had I just recorded the video and put it out like I would have normally done, the tone of it would have been different. So I'm glad I did it live and I was able to laugh and joke throughout the process. But
I think YouTube needs to do something about their streaming, because basically a lot of people stream on YouTube, and what you find is you don't get the same amount of hits on the lives. So when we do our Shoe Dogs reacts, if we were to record it and then drop it, I think they will get more hits than if we actually did it live. But we're still going to persist on doing it live because we like to see you guys come through and have a conversation. And YouTube reacts will be coming back this Wednesday, so join us. And bro, I'm telling you, bro, there's some funny stuff out here. I found over the last couple of weeks that we've not been doing it because obviously we took a break. But bro, you will find it hard not to laugh. Trust me.
Yo, a lot of these reels and memes I've been seeing from Christmas, bro.
Trust me. Join us on the Shoe Dogs Reacts on Wednesday at 11 p.m. 11 p.m. GMT. And what time is it for you? 6 p.m.
6
EST.
p.m.
Yeah.
EST.
Trust me, you want to be there. You will either see me or Q chuckle off. I'm always finding the clips, so I know what to expect. But I love to see your reaction.
Yeah, no, I got some to saved up too. So the following week we're gonna go in on some of mine too.
But as we always do, bro, I think it's that time. I think it's that time, bro.
Here we go.
When resale is too high.
Damn resellers. Order.
When hype beats go too far.
These damn hype beasts. Order in the court. Order.
When the back door opens.
Guilty.
It's time for
Order in the court.
the sneaker court of public opinion.
Guilty. Guilty. Yes, we're back with Shoe Dog. Was it not Shoe Dog? Yeah, Shoe Dog's court of public opinion. I'm getting it wrong. I haven't done this for ages now. We're back here for the court of public opinion, where we take the court case for a couple of court cases on the docket for the week and judge them and give our public opinion, because this is the sneaker court of public opinion, guys. And today I'm here with Executioner. What have you got today, bro? What's that? What the hell is that, bro?
We got this charcuterie blade of justice. Okay.
Where we cut your Swiss cheese of your choice.
Yeah, we gonna cut the cheese today. I know it's a lot of cheese out here.
Yeah, a lot of cheese here. So today, what we're going to bring to court is what's on the docket is, first of all, number one, is this shambles? Is this absolute shambles of a disgrace of, at the moment, the Nike employees, not the company, but the employees? Obviously, we've discussed this earlier in the podcast, where Nike employees are taking advantage of their situation. They're not just doing it right, they're just giving you the tip as well. And this is not what the situation's about. No, never mind the tip, never mind all of that actual bullying. You're taking your actual authoritative position and taking advantage, and you're making your underlings do certain discriminative things that wouldn't be in your contract to do in the first place. Not is it bad for Nike, but you've disgraced the image for yourself as well, guys. There's not a lot to say about this except for the fact that we discussed this for a good 40 minutes on the podcast. I would like to pass this over to Q and give his thoughts and his judgment, and then we'll go from there, bro.
It's not right. It's not cool. They got to go, bro. They those people, the guilty parties, if proven guilty, need to go, bro. Simple as that.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, bro. Like, this is not on. This belongs. This kind of behavior, especially the fact that a lot of sexual harassment was involved. You've just branded Nike a boys' club, and you've basically reaffirmed what everybody potentially could have thought about the company itself. You've just dragged Nike's "Just Do It" sign through the mud, and it's not on. It's not on at all. It's not on at all. So on that note, bro, that was an easy, quick one. Guilty, because you're guilty of giving the tip and all the most to your employees, and this is not what it's about. A workplace is a workplace. It's not to be discriminated. It's not for bullying. It is not for sexual harassment. So just do it. Was the apparent quotations for the underlings. To make them do all the bad stuff that you wanted them to. You're in a position of power. Be privileged that you're in a position of power. Be humble that you're in a position of power. Be thankful that you're in that position of power, because at any moment in time and space, it can be taken away from you from your stupid behavior. And that's what it is about. Your stupid behavior. So on that note, guys, you're guilty. I hope you deserve. I hope you get whatever's coming to you guys. And I hope that in the process that your families don't suffer because your families weren't obliged to all the stupidity and all the acts of discrimination that you put across to your employees. But I hope you get what's coming to you. And simple as that, bro.
Facts.
Facts. But anything you want to add to that, bro?
No, man, I ain't got nothing. I mean, it's top of the year. First, Happy New Year to everybody. Hopefully, we won't have as many of these horrible cases.
I got one more, bro. Though still got one more.
Yeah.
You know this was coming, bro. Guilty. Okay, so we talk about biasism and we talk about consumerism a lot. I think Adidas had this situation have done the wrong thing. Rather than cancel the relationship with Balenciaga, they've actually paused it. Balenciaga, you know you're wrong. In the first place, you need to look and internally reflect on yourselves to do better for the people. Whatever you did was absolutely horrendous. We're not going to talk about that anymore. But Adidas, why pause it when you should be canceling it? You're very slow off the mark for everything you've done recently. You were a bit quicker with the Kanye case, so it shows a bit of favoritism there. I know you don't want to lose all that money for that Balenciaga's given to you. I know you're 530 million in debt to Kanye West and his brand because you can't sell some of his merchandise. I know you're in a predicament, but do the right thing. Make the right choices, and maybe 2023 would be better for you guys if you actually did the right things. On the whole spectrum, what Balenciaga did and what Kanye did was bad for you guys. Maybe you should make better choices, do better research. Maybe you can't predict what's going to happen with your collaborators and designers, but it's in your entitlement to do the right thing quicker and kind of assess the situation quicker, because it doesn't take you over a month to kind of analyze the situation and come back. Sometimes you can't just sweep things under the rug and expect them to go away. Sometimes that dirt keeps building and building, and all of a sudden there's a lump in the carpet that you can't get rid of. So on that note, guys, you are guilty for not acting sooner and not destroying your relationship with Balenciaga quicker. And this kind of goes out to all the celebrities and artists that work with Balenciaga and that are funded by Balenciaga, because how can you justify the actions? Tell me, how can you justify Balenciaga's actions after you know the truth? I can't. Can you?
It don't make sense to me, bro. We know the main one I think was Kim K. After the situation, she came out and said pretty much, I'm gonna wait and see what happens because she make a lot of money with that company.
Yep.
But to me, the celebrities continuing to wear and endorse Balenciaga is just as bad as people continuing to listen to R. Kelly's music after the guilty conviction.
Yeah, and I understand. Look, bro, guys, realistically speaking, is money worth selling your soul over? That's the question of the day. The question of the day is, would you sell your soul for your money that the company will give you? The fact that you know what they've done is wrong, you know what they've done is bad. Are you willing to do that? At the end of the day, your dignity goes far beyond, and your spiritual innocence goes far beyond any monetary value that anybody can put on you. So that's the question of the day. Are you willing to sell your soul to a company just because they did something bad? Because anybody that's sticking by, and because we could say the same with Kanye West. Anybody that's sticking by R. Kelly, Kanye West, and trying to kind of, you know what the worst thing is when people try to subjectively take away the art form from the person. See what I'm saying? Because they justify the fact that they can still mess with R. Kelly's music, but they can't mess with R. Kelly. I know he's done some amazing music and stuff like that, but you can't get away from the fact that what he's done. Yo, bro, you put it bang on. It's almost what Balenciaga done is almost as bad as what R. Kelly done, not as to the same extent. But it's almost as bad as publicizing that it's okay to do.
Yeah. It's just bad. Bad is bad. Different levels of it. It's still bad.
Yep. So on that note, like I said, guys, Adidas, you guys are guilty for not addressing the situation quicker and not dropping Balenciaga quicker, because at the moment your relationship with Balenciaga is still paused. How long it's paused for, I don't know. If you start doing business with them again, I think you're gonna be there's gonna be a lot of repercussion from that. I think a lot of people will not mess with you guys because children's innocence is high priority with a lot of adults and a lot of parents. So do the right thing. That's it. Very much, bro.
When resale is too high.
Damn resellers. Order.
When hype beats go too far.
These damn hype beasts. Order in the court. Order.
The back door opens.
Guilty.
It's time for
Order in the court.
the sneaker court of public
Guilty.
opinion.
Hey, that was episode 49. Very controversial, very political, and very in-depth. We're back after a little break, but it was kind of chaotic, wasn't it, while we were away? And it was at one point where we thought we might need to do an episode to address some of this chaos that was happening.
Yeah, well, we're back on track now. For the time being, like I said, hopefully we won't have too many more of these crazy situations like this Nike situation, like the Ye and belenci and all this foolishness we've been seeing, all the lawsuits.
I don't particularly like to talking about stuff like this because I like to talk about positive stuff and reinforce it and elaborate on it. But
that's why I wanted to stop talking about that stuff in the first place, bro, because it began to fill up the show because it's so controversial, and I just rather not. So that's why I say hopefully we won't see too much more of that type of stuff.
Yeah. So, yo, I'm gonna address this to all the brands. Stop the foolish behavior, guys. We don't want to see none of that anymore. We don't want to see stuff like what we see. Like full time's been crazy. The Kyrie situation, the Kanye situation, the Balenciaga situation. Like we as sneakers just want to buy sneakers, enjoy and love sneakers and bring some positive vibes to the community. But yeah, it's not good. It's not good at all. Like why? You know what? There's always gonna be foolish people out there that end up being empowered. There's always gonna be foolish people out there trying to pull one over over people's heads. Just be aware. Just don't belong here. And we need, like, as the people, we need to do better, and we need to call out situations like this. And is almost holding the people to rights of what they do wrong. And it's for us as a group of people just kind of make sure that happens. Like we know the backlash would. You know what I did enjoy the backlash Balenciaga got on social media, because they tried to hide that really swiftly. TikTok was rife with people coming out and calling them out. I'm talking about all the creators coming out and calling them out and burning their effigies and stuff like that and burning their merchandise. That to me, the best thing you can do is if you don't believe in something, the best thing you can do is take a stance and not listen to them, not buy their stuff, not believe in them. And that's the best form of retaliation sometimes, is taking away something that they want to keep doing and pushing, and not acknowledging it and not buying into it. And I did see that a lot with that situation. I did see a lot with Kanye's situation, and I know what and the worst thing with Kanye is he lost a lot of support with whatever he did, and so rightfully so, because he put himself in a very bad situation with Adidas and the Jewish community. Unfortunately, it's not good. It's not good.
It's what it is, man.
So on just as we conclude episode 49, what you know what? Let me read some of the resolutions people came out with. I put as we end before we end the episode, a lot of people put some resolutions out for this year, and I asked the question to a lot of people: what's your resolution for 2023? Some of the stuff people said to me was stay humble. Very, 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 very good resolution. Less is more. And then also on top of that, stop copying bricks. I think somebody said to buy more, which is quite funny. But apart from that, guys, be awesome, make a resolution. You know, we all part of one whole human race. Be better to each other. That's all I gotta say.
Yes,
Anything
sir.
you want to say, bro?
Nah, I think you hit it on that one.
Call it, bro. And let's get out of here.
Episode 49, man. We back. New year, new swag, new sneaks, man. Hopefully, everybody can cop all the sneakers they like, because you all deserve to get sneakers you want. From me, from TJ. Peace out, y'all.
Peace out, guys.